Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It's a great day to be alive on this Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me, our Packer backer, our Wisconsin backer, and I want to make sure I say Wisconsin backer because when it pertains to anything Wisconsin fandom, Kyle Wallace is there. No Brad Nortman. He'll be back tomorrow and then gone a week. Go figure. Alex Strofe running the show in UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. That's the Carbless Talking text line. Less is more. Right off the rip here, what an opportunity that we have. Bart Lundy, the head coach of the UW Milwaukee Panthers team, happened to be in the building, and I said, hey, Bart, I got to talk to you.
No. It's Coach Lundy to you, brother.
I don't know. We just spent 20 minutes together. Now I feel like we're on that. Are we on the first name basis now?
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah,
Take it easy. You're Wallace to him. I'm Ben.
I appreciate the respect.
Yeah, put some respect on that man's name.
Coach Lundy. How about that?
I like
because
that.
I could probably use some tips still for my men's league.
You can, yeah.
Coach Lundy, as a man who's lived in Milwaukee in the past and now obviously as the head coach, yesterday was a snowstorm.
Yep.
I'm an idiot. The snow is everywhere. When the hell do you shovel the damn snow? Do you shovel it twice? Do you shovel it once? Because the last thing I want to do is shovel, get snowed on, and have to shovel it again.
You shovel it once. Is that a trick question?
No, it's not.
No.
I'm seeing people on my drive home shoveling at night. And I was like, what am I supposed to be doing?
Well, it is like a sport in Milwaukee when it snows. I do understand that. So people are racing to see who can clear the sidewalk the fastest. And if you don't clear it before your neighbor does, you suck.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's what I was feeling. I was like, I don't want to be the douche neighbor.
Well, this is what
Which I already am.
Well, I ran into this yesterday.
I think you're a smart neighbor.
Coach Lundy, you haven't been around him long enough.
I'm an efficiency guy. I ain't doing this thing twice.
Yeah.
So yesterday I come home, I'm all excited, I got a pep in my step. I'm like, when I get home, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shovel this snow. Yeah. Now, I didn't check the weather, but I knew snow was going to come again on Friday, but I didn't know what was going to happen last night. So I get home, I put my music on, I'm listening to, some rap music, and I'm, shoveling, moving around. Yep. I get the job done, I go into the crib, I say, baby, it's all done. I go sit down, eat my pizza, and I'm kicking it, and then I look out the window, and I said, it snowed again. I said, baby, it's snow again. What the hell? I just shoveled. So I said, you know what? It's only 8:30. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to shovel because...
You did it twice last night?
Because I knew that they were going to come and plow. And the last thing you want is to have, snow getting plowed in. I said, you know what? I got some energy. So I'm going to shovel the snow again. I shoveled the snow again. I woke up this morning heated. I looked outside. I said, "Oh my gosh!" There literally was like 3 inches of snow again. I said, "This, I give up. I quit. I'm just driving over it." And so the frustration for me is that I wasn't going to shovel again this morning. I said, "Forget all that. I'm just going to let it pile up."
So you just threw in the towel?
I had to. I went out there and I battled twice. I shoveled stuff.
You did 2-a-days for the Snow Olympics.
I did 2-a-days for the Snow Olympics. You know how committed I was? I was so committed because when you shovel and sometimes there's like leftover snow from the lines. I said, you know what? I'm having a good night. I even shoveled that. I was a proud homeowner. And to wake up to see my driveway covered in snow, I was so defeated, Coach. I was so defeated. And so overall, you got to shovel more than once. Shovel more because for you, Ben, I know you walked outside. You had mounds of snow. Your baby girl almost probably slipped and fell.
Well, the good news for me is the snow was very light.
It was very light.
I had no idea. It could have been heavy. It could have been light. But I was doing it one time and one time only.
But you didn't shovel last night?
No.
Oh,
no one's walking around in a snowstorm.
It was cold outside this morning.
Lasagna in Milwaukee chimes in. Depends on the length of the storm. Once at night, the plows then push the snow at the end of your driveway, and then you got to do it again. So it's all about your choices here. As I now know I'm on the right side of history, and I didn't do 2-a-days last night by the same way that Kyle did. Now, I'm excited to have you.
In his defense, it was supposed to stop at 9. and it went until 3 a.m.
It kept going and going. I can't believe I woke up to snow.
It was beautiful, by the way. It was like a snow globe looking out the window. It just wasn't fun to deal with.
It was nice.
Very excited because I am invested, and I know you should know this. That's okay. In UW Milwaukee basketball having success. So I will be there. I've marked my calendar for February 27th at Oakland to be courtside for the Panthers-Oakland game.
Oh, wow.
What can we be expecting from the team now? Because you guys start out really, really hot, and you're in this crazy world of JUCO guys getting some more years, and then you got, lots of people calling them. You can't control everything. Are you having fun in this process, Coach?
I am. It's challenging. It's challenging every day. And the environment, as you guys, I'm sure, have talked about with coaches stopping coaching and moving away from the game. To me, it's another challenge, but I still get to go to the court every day. And there's nothing more beautiful than that. And so I am enjoying it. What can we expect at Oakland? I don't know. It's like 4 games away, 5 games
That's
away.
A good coach.
There it is.
That's a good coach right there.
Yeah,
I'm only worried about what I'm going to see.
Doing today right.
Or I got you on ESPN Plus for the other 3 games. So I'll be checking those out to see how the team's
He's
doing.
focused on the big February homecoming.
That's right. And we're celebrating
Tomorrow.
the 20th anniversary of the Sweet 16 team. Bruce Pearl and Joe Tucker here in the city.
I shot against them in the Summerfest Charity Challenge. We've had UWM, UW Green Bay. I just got the email, Wisconsin
you were on
Marquette.
Fire, by the way.
Coach, I still got it, man.
No, he can shoot.
Cover off.
I still got it.
Yeah.
See, greatness, recognize greatness.
Yeah, he
right
scores
there.
40 in his Wednesday night men's league, and he's got all this confidence in the world, Bart.
Hey,
you got to knock him down a
Bart,
few pegs.
this is a men's league run by Con Knipple, whose son is at Duke.
Yeah.
And let
So
me just
some
tell
dudes
you,
there.
there's dudes. I mean, it's like I'm waking up sore at age 33, and I don't like that they're getting younger and coming in.
It just keeps happening.
The summer league, they just keep bringing in these 22, 23-year-olds, and they see me. What do you think they do?
Oh, they go at your neck.
They go in my neck, and I'm like, I'm in this chair until 5 o'clock, and then I got to go change in the locker room, and the next thing I know, somebody who doesn't need to stretch is all up in my grill.
I hate to tell you, you will get to the point where you just look out there and go, this is not worth it.
No!
He got hit in the leg.
I gotta stay in shape somehow, though.
You will. I've gone from pickup to treadmill to now it's the Peloton.
The Peloton.
Yeah.
Coach Lundy, I always wanted to know because you guys last year you made a run to the finals of the Horizon League tournament, and I was pulling for you because you'll always hear the games on 101.7 The Truth. And it seems to me every year, because with the changing landscape, you guys are out there recruiting guys. You're getting transfers. I know this year, Jermichael Stillwell, he is
dude,
a beast. And I think you even compared him to Jay Crowder.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
so how do you guys keep finding these guys to come in and year out that help propel this program? Where this year you have a shot to make the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I think recruiting's what you put into it. You identify. We have a program where we are built on toughness and grit and full court man to man. We want to play fast, so we know what kind of guys we're looking for.
A little too much defensive principles in there for me.
I love that.
I love it. I'm just saying it wouldn't fit me.
No, you can shoot.
But I mean, because
will you give up the back end of the defense if I make it up with a 3?
Yeah, there's got to be at least one sniper out there.
All right, good. You got to space the floor.
See, the thing is when I think about memories, we talked about Bruce Pearl earlier.
Yeah.
I remember Bruce Pearl when I was a kid when that team made the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
I felt like they were doing full court press, right? They were an aggressive team, and that was fun. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I like to see.
We take recruits to Canella for breakfast, and we got this back room, and we'll put those teams that were playing in the Sweet 16 up on the TV.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, the old ESPN broadcast, and it's amazing how similar they play to how we play now.
I remember when you came in, you got hired. You talked about that type of style, and I remember saying I was talking to Scott Warris, who does the play-by-play on 101.7 The Truth. I said, "Well, I like him." I said, "I don't know much about him, but I like what he's talking about because that reminded me again of the way that Milwaukee was successful, is having that tough nose type defense and also having that press, and they found a way to be successful. And I can just see this team because this is year 3 for you. You can just see the team just building, getting better. I know this year had a lot of close losses. Like the Horizon League this year seems like everybody is pretty
tough.
good. And so that's what
Look
I
at this
love.
Horizon League expert over here.
There is one.
There's one team on like the longest drought of a. Yeah.
This team is good though. We are number one in the entire country in rebound margin. We out rebound our opponents by 11.5 a game, and fast break points. So we're doing the right things. We're not making enough shots.
You were making shots early in the year. I remember watching the threes go down.
Yeah, our threes and free throws. When we make threes, we're really good.
Now, what I want to know,
we need a Ben Brust.
In the world of college basketball today, what I've learned, if you're a head coach, you can't shut the phone off. You don't have any hobbies. Your hobby is your job.
Yeah.
How much sleep do you get?
I sleep. If I don't sleep, I'm not any good. I'm not
okay. So you need your 8 hours? You're like my fiance?
Yeah, I don't know if I get 8 all the time, but
you're shooting for it?
You know what I do is I know you can't make up sleep, but I feel like you can make up sleep. So occasionally I'll get home at 8, and by 8:30 I'm out, and I don't get up till the next morning. And
damn.
Yeah, I will shut it all the way down, and it feels like mentally that helps me. So you have a lot of nights where you don't get any sleep, and then one night every now and then I
Just knock out.
Yeah.
Coach Bart Lundy is joining us here. He's the head coach of the UWMs Milwaukee Panthers team, and he's giving me a little too much love right now, Strofe. You're going to hate me the rest of the show.
You did that to him, right? You led the witness. You said, "Hey, I was a pretty good player back in the day," and Bart's like, "Yeah, you were." And now he's saying he needs more Ben Brust. Nobody needs more Ben Brust. That's just a fact of life.
You know, in the challenge in the summertime, you'd play no D. There's no defense involved.
Exactly. Well, that's what he did when he went to the Final Four.
That's why I thrive in the Summerfest Charity Challenge.
Just the same thing at Summerfest that he did in the Final Four.
Yeah.
Bo did tell me of all the teams, Bo Ryan, former head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers, told me I was the worst defense.
And the Milwaukee Panthers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yes. I mean, you should see that pension, Coach.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's UW system guy his whole career.
It's actually public record.
Yeah, it's public record. You can see it's the highest ever in Wisconsin history.
Is that right?
Of anybody?
Oh, wow.
He was at Platteville, and then he was at Milwaukee, and then he was at
Trust me, there's not a phone call that goes by that he doesn't remind me that he is in Palm Springs and he's about to go tee off.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't just happen like just for anybody.
Couple more years.
I was at private schools forever, so didn't think that through.
Sorry to break the news.
Didn't think that through.
Yeah, no, I learned. I used to work in the state system. Then I worked at Marquette as well, and then I really learned that everywhere ain't the same when it come to what the retirement gonna look like. But you love your job.
And the Wisconsin pension system is like the second highest rated in the world. So he's rolling.
So are we leaving our jobs, Kyle?
I mean, I left it because for a passion, definitely for a passion. But I do want to know, you've been in Milwaukee before, now you're back here in the state of Wisconsin. Are you a Packer fan at all, or do you follow the Packers, or nah?
I am. I follow the Packers, and I will say that I was in Charlotte for all those years, and I was there when the Panthers came, and I was actually, my first job was at Winthrop, and their practice facility was in our arena.
Really?
When they first got there, just across the border in Rock Hill, South Carolina. So, and then I had season
tickets. You've been around for a while, huh?
Yeah.
30 years ago.
Old. And then, but I would say since those 3 years at Marquette and now being back, the Panthers suck.
They do.
I'm a Packer fan.
That's good. So what's your take about Jordan Love? You think Jordan Love has the ability to probably be one of these elite quarterbacks, be in the conversation with a Josh Allen? Pat Mahomes is a whole nother world, but also Lamar Jackson, a Jalen Hurts?
I think that if he gets the opportunity to play in the games like Hurts just played in, yes.
Okay.
I think he has the ability, but you never know until you're – it's kind of like making that diamond, right? You got to go through that fire. So if he has the opportunity to go through the fire, I think there's a good chance he's in that class.
Coach, what I want to know from you is, I used to do some calling of games and was interesting talking to different coaches. How the hell do you connect with these kids? Kyle and I sit here and make fun of Strofe running the show because he's a Gen Zer, and when it doesn't go his way, he takes his bag and he runs away and cries.
They fall apart at a drop of a dime.
Like Bo used to yell
Don't listen to them, Bart.
at the top of his lungs and call me names that would get us canceled in a second.
Yeah.
Can you do that anymore, or do you have to text them, hey, how you doing? Like, do you have them all on Snapchat? Like, what's going on?
Are you a mental health coach? That's what it is.
Yeah. A lot of times you are a mental health coach. I would say 15 years ago, you didn't worry about any of that. You coached them hard. suck it up, come back tomorrow, be better.
Now it's okay, little Johnny.
It is tough, and I do. I at least tell myself like these guys are going through things that sometimes maybe I don't understand, or challenges that we didn't have. All the things, but sometimes they are just soft.
Hey,
I love it. I agree.
That's real. I miss it.
That's what
I miss it. I put out a poll yesterday on Twitter at Ben Brust. I said, "Are we going too soft and canceling school as much as we are?" 75% of the people said, "Yes, we're going too soft." Now, I understand the liability aspect, but I remember trekking my butt walking to school in middle school.
Okay, now you ain't from the
I'm tough.
1930s talking about you trek 3 miles to school.
Uphill both ways.
Yeah, okay.
Look at you guys, some jokesters.
When he said he trekked, he means his parents dropped him off and he ran into the school building. He didn't trek nowhere through no snow.
Thanks for the ride, Dad.
But, Coach, I do.
Hey, he's got film, man. He's got film at 2:30.
Oh, you got film at 2:30?
We moved it to 2:45. I'm still late.
They're on his schedule.
All right, real quick. Aaron Rodgers, will he play next year somewhere? Because the Jets are basically going to separate from him. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to play again next year?
I do not.
Oh, are you not an Aaron Rodgers guy?
Not really.
Not really. Is it just?
I liked him in his prime. I mean, I don't personally, no opinion, but
the way we've heard it,
it's a tough. Being a quarterback in the NFL is a tough job.
The way we've heard it, Rob Domofsky joined us, and he had said he writes for ESPN.com, covers the Packers. He thinks that the league will just retire him. Like it's not even his choice, sort of thing. Like it just
Can they do that?
Then not actually. Like no one's going to actually pursue him. That he's just going to be retired because of that.
Right.
Tough place to be when we all remember the prime you just mentioned that was so amazing.
It ended for Michael Jordan at some point.
Yeah.
It ends for everyone.
February 27th, I know you got more important things to worry about.
Yeah.
But look out, full court. I know the refs from back in the day, so if we get a couple refs that I know, I'll get in their ear.
Yeah, right now you get no refs you know anytime. Really,
they're cycling them?
That's a whole different show.
Well, go get them tomorrow, Wright State homecoming.
We're going to get them.
Coming, baby. Let's go.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks. That's Bart Lundy, the UWMs basketball coach at Milwaukee. Homecoming for the Panthers against Wright State. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I got some responses on what to do when it snows. Kyle, you're an idiot, by the way. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
So they are lucky. Those other teams, whether it's Kentucky or whether it's Oregon or was it TCU?
That was TCU.
TCU, they're lucky I didn't play in that game. You got upset by a bad team, TCU.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. With Wildy and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Romeo. This 3-syllable, you have to take the O out of the equation. That's too easy.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Iota, right? Not one iota. Iota.
Yeah, that's only 4 letters.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
Let's pretend you're a first-time listener to Wildy and Tausch. What the hell is this? They're discussing syllables.
On 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Steinhaffel's President's Day sale is happening now. Find great deals on amazing bonus buys throughout the entire store. Then take an extra $100 off every $17.99 you spend. Plus, get a $100 MasterCard for every $17.99 you spend. See store for details. Or make your new room more affordable with Steinhaffel's 36-month 0% financing. Get in today because these deals won't last long. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
Change the way you do business and take more control of the payment process with Fifth Third Bank's Treasury Management Solutions. Their market expertise and managed services streamline the entire payment process and integrate with your existing systems, giving you more control than ever. With their suite of payment solutions, you will soon recognize new revenue sources that can save time, offset operating costs, and improve the bottom line, all customized for your business. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
To my city by the bay. fast and do it from the comfort of your own home. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. I haven't stopped raving about my in-home infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas since I bought it. I've got more energy, glowing skin, and the detox benefits are incredible. You can see all the options at goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen. Find one that fits your needs and you can get $500 to $800 off. Plus, this weekend, stop and see the different models from Good Health Saunas at the Nary Spring Home Improvement Show happening at State Fair Park in West Allis. goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You know, Alex Strofe and myself, Ben Brust, had an opportunity to be live and local from 6 to 7 on 94.5 ESPN. Jesse Nelson did not pick up our show for the Madison audience. But, you know, we wanted to bookend it. We wanted to end our night talking college hoops and start Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with Bart Lundy, the head coach of the UW Panthers. So shout out to Bart Lundy for joining us.
I really like Coach Lundy.
Oh, he's a genuine dude.
For real. I really like him.
I love being around competitors.
You like being around basketball.
No.
And he was sitting there pumping your tires saying, we need a Ben Brust.
They do.
Despite the fact they're so well balanced, they've got like 6 guys averaging double figures.
You need shooters. This is 2025.
I ain't going to lie. If they had a Ben Brust, that team would be first place in the Horizon League right now.
Powerful from Kyle.
I'm Doug. We better give him stuff.
Prime? A minute. Yeah,
Prime, yes. 33-year-old.
Taking a guy who was like one of the top 15, 20 players in the Big Ten for a few years and adding him to a Horizon League team would probably help the Horizon League team.
Probably would. I don't know if I could do anything to Gottlieb's team in Green Bay.
I mean, you would be the leading scorer.
Could I get us a win in the prime?
Anthony Roy, but he's hurt. He's hurt.
In the prime, could I will UW Green Bay to win? I think I could. I think I could.
No, he's not.
Jordan Taylor.
They've been in close games, though. If you just add Ben Brust to those teams, they would win.
Him as the leading guy or him having the role of being able to shoot?
Him being a guy giving 30,
I'm in my
32,
prime, and I chose to go to a high level and not mid-major.
Yeah.
You tossed me on there. Freedom of movement? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. You probably.
I'm not in Bo's system.
No,
I'm getting buckets.
Yeah, you probably help. Getting buckets. Oh, so Bo held you back, huh?
Oh, for damn sure.
He's the reason you're not in the league in the NBA like AJ Green?
No. I wouldn't say that he held me back because at the end of the day, Kyle, when you're 6'2" and a shooting guard, that ain't going to be any good reason as to why you're going to make it to the NBA.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I envy those 6'6", 6'8" guys. If you're listening, I'm calling you out that don't have any athletic ability. I'm like, damn.
Nate Robinson made it to the league.
But I ain't Nate Robinson. He can jump out the damn gym.
I mean, AJ Green made it to the league.
Poor Coach Lundy can't find his phone, so I'm just calling it right now. See if it buzzes anywhere. It's calling.
Hey, we're pushing film back to 3.
Yeah.
I'll talk to these losers on the ESPN.
Hey, I thought you were saying his team.
No, he was talking about us. We're the losers, not his team.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. I wanted to destroy you with Coach on the air. You shoveled twice last night?
Bro, yes. I went out there and I shoveled once, and then I shoveled twice again. Like I shoveled twice because, so this is what happened.
The best part is when you looked outside, you're like, I got energy. I'm going to do it again.
I shoveled the driveway, and I started the walkway, but then my pizza was done. So I had to go get my Palermo's pizza, Screaming Sicilian, delicious. So I had to go eat my pizza, so I knew I had to finish out the walkway. But then when I came back outside, I said, what the hell? The dang driveway was messed up, so I did the driveway again.
I hope
as well.
the snowplow came while you were in for the pizza and just knocked it all in your driveway.
The snowplow came later that night because I remember looking out the window saying, "What is the snowplow doing?" Oh no! But yeah, so
Dave from Aaron had just chimed in. I literally just got done clearing my driveway. I'm with Benny. Only do it once. I don't
get out.
What do you mean, how did I get out? I put on my Timberlands and I stomped my way around until I started an area.
You took that nice, luxurious car you have and you went over the mound of snow at the end of your driveway?
No. What are you talking about? This morning, I cleared it all.
Listen, I can't do shoveling. I had to go to the dentist. I don't do that early morning shoveling. Can't do it.
So, because it was early, you decided to do the shovel. You literally didn't solve anything.
I didn't know that I was going to have 3 inches of snow outside my house when I woke up this morning. I thought I did my job last night. I thought I was working ahead.
There's no steadfast rules, but I always shovel based on accumulation and timing. Geez, that's a little too much for me to be thinking about. I'm not shoveling until it hits 4 to 5 inches unless it's going to snow overnight, and then I will make sure it's mostly clear before going to bed so it's easier in the driveway in the morning. Kevin from Sheboygan putting a lot of effort into planning out when to shovel.
But then the snow, if it gets too cold out, and I'm not an expert or a meteorologist, but all I know,
it can freeze.
And it gets heavy. And the last thing I'm trying to do is be out there lifting heavy snow.
Hold on. Why did you need to clarify you're not a scientist or a meteorologist?
Because I want to be very specific because I don't know all I know is stuff get heavy. I don't know if it's because it gets really, really cold out it gets heavy, but I just know when it gets heavy, it's hard.
I hear you. We know you're not a scientist. We're well aware.
We also know that the universe is telling him that Myles Garrett and Max Crosby and Devontae Adams are going to be on the Green Bay Packers.
I'm not a starting quarterback in the NFL, but Jordan Love's been pretty good.
Sometimes you got to let people know, just in case people hear me say something and they say, well, Kyle, this is the reason. Kyle's not a meteorologist. He's not a scientist. He knows nothing. All he knows is precipitation. When it gets cold enough, it becomes snow. That's all I know.
And it can freeze, and then you're doing the shovel, and then you need the ice pick.
The worst, because the worst thing is I'm sick, because I've been caught, because when you don't do it early enough and you drive over, it gets packed down, it freezes, and all of a sudden you got this chunk of ice tire on your dang driveway. And you're slipping and sliding when you walk it.
It was a sad realization I had this morning using the same shovel that I used to this is the broken shovel. For those who don't know, way back. No. It's the same shovel I used that broke when I tried to stab it into the ground before the Packer season because we did the green and gold time capsule. We still have 80 to 100 entries of Packer predictions in the green and gold time capsule that are freezing underground in my backyard.
Yeah, when are we going to open those? At Summerfest in July?
No, Ben just needs to bite the bullet and go ahead and get it. You got to go digging.
We had Chris from New Berlin on the phone. I will remember this vividly because he said he works in the world of digging, and he said they can't do their jobs right now because even with the machinery, they can't dig through the ground.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a liar.
Don't try and send me out there like a fool trying to dig in the frozen ground of my backyard.
It's called a little hard work. Don't run away from it.
You'll never succeed if you don't try.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing is I do want those results.
Well, you'll never
I want to
succeed if
see
you don't try.
predictions from everyone before the season.
Well, go do it. What's holding you back?
The frozen ground?
You haven't tried it yet.
Look at you two buffoons. You're not even going to join me.
No, I'm
I'll
not.
join you.
I will not. I will not. The way
You'll join me?
Sure.
All right.
The way the weather's set up, I can't do all that.
What do you think about?
I got a concert tonight.
I don't want to hang out with you on Friday night.
That means you might linger a little bit too long.
You don't want to hang
That's
out
Valentine's Day. I'm not having you over Valentine's Day.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Another side note before we move the show forward here.
Is everything okay?
Ooh, I got to make my reservation for Valentine's Day.
I had the conversation last night about expectations for Valentine's Day.
You better buy something.
She said, I don't want you to get me anything.
Classic.
And we shook on it.
Closed mouths don't get fed. I listen, okay? That's one thing I've learned about love. You need to be a good listener. If you tell me you don't want something, then I ain't getting it for you. Don't play this. I ain't here to play no games. All right? If you say something, then I ain't going to get you none. I might get
Put it on Twitter at KBN ESPN. At Ben Brust's fiance said she didn't want anything for Valentine's Day. Does he still have to get her something? Because I'm curious to see.
It should be 100% yes.
I'm curious to see if I listen or if I don't.
Don't get her nothing. Maybe flowers. Nothing else. Don't get a gift. Save your money. You getting married this summer. She's getting enough.
Okay, I'm a little bit different than you. Famously, you've said you wouldn't spend any money on your fiance.
But you over here
I love my
pondering
girl,
if you
but I ain't spending $3 on her.
You over here pondering whether or not you're going to give her a gift. So you are just like me.
800-990-3776. If your fiance says that they don't want anything, or your significant other says they don't want anything for Valentine's Day, do you still have to get them something? And on the Carbless Talking text line, Ron in the Key makes a phenomenal point. If you have not made a reservation yet, you're too late, Kyle.
Well, reservation, not for food. Reservation to get our nails done. Mani-pedi.
You're doing mani-pedi?
Doing mani-pedi.
And you're doing it too?
I'm getting petty massage on Saturday.
He's getting mani-pedi, a more expensive one.
Okay,
I'm supporting
hold on.
the local economy. He's just supporting the
corporate world?
Yeah, the corporate
I understand that, but Kyle, you are getting both a mani and a petty?
Oh, yeah,
I'm all for that.
I'm getting dipped in whip, baby. Dipped in whip.
Ben, I've heard you talk about that before, but Kyle, I've never heard this out of your mouth. So is this something you've done before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I'm not going to lie.
Treat yourself, Kyle.
One time I was treated to a waxing, and not like waxing wax, but like they have this thing.
Oh, are you talking about when they put the warm wax along the leg and they put the plastic thing up but over it?
I said, what is this?
This is great.
Yeah, and then they have the exfoliation stuff and the warm towel. Listen, I said, oh, this is great. I deserve this. I am a king.
David chimes in. I work in engineering and road projects. Ben is 100% right about the frozen ground. Strofe and Kyle just want Ben to go break his back over this. You know, you guys are bad teammates.
No, he's lying to you.
Bad teammates.
That's not really. He's lying about.
You don't
his
even
job.
know this man. You don't believe him. You believe him. Over
David's
us?
been a long time ESPN Wisconsin fan. I recognize the name. I trust KBN Nation, unlike you.
Yep.
800-990-3776. If your significant other says they don't want a gift for Valentine's Day, do you still have to get a gift? Is that up on Twitter at KBN ESPN? Sure is. Vote there. Let me know. Plus, Alex Strofe, you ready? It's Thursday. You usually bring the heat. Becoming relevant into over-under.
Oh, wait a minute. Is it my time to shine finally?
I created an over-under. We're going to flip the script at 2:45. Alex Strofe is the contestant. Kyle and Ben will have the list for over-under. That's going to be must listen after becoming relevant. We'll see if that's any good next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
We've called him Whitey Tighties. We've called him the Hall Monitor. He's Jesse Nelson. Like he's just, I am Jesse Nelson. Kyle, you're Jesse Nelson.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at PaysBig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
When it comes to used cars, there's the rest. Then there's the best. Shop Ewald Automotive Group's best used cars right now, starting under $15,000. Choose from hundreds of hand-selected quality used vehicles, all with a 133-point inspection, all with a 3-day exchange policy, all starting under $15,000. Forget the rest. Drive the best. Get Ewald's best used cars starting under $15,000. See dealer for complete details. Exclusions may apply.
Your current car, soon to be your old car. A new car? Better start looking. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Nestled along the shores of Lake Michigan, the Knickerbocker Hotel offers a timeless escape in the heart of Milwaukee. Immerse yourself in the rich history of this iconic landmark where charm meets modern luxury. Picture yourself enjoying breathtaking lake views, luxurious rooms, and dining at one of the finest restaurants in the city. Whether you're visiting for a weekend getaway or a special occasion, the Knickerbocker promises an unforgettable experience. Your perfect stay awaits at the Knickerbocker Hotel. For more information and to book your next stay, visit knickerbockeronthelake.com.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. dented bumper, scratch paint, Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco, Fisco, Fisco.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
It's the perfect Valentine's heart.
The kind a schoolboy would draw.
It's the most adorable pendant we've ever created.
Innocent, fun-loving, and sweeter than honey.
Cute, cute, cute.
It's cherry red ceramic that's been through the fire.
We've been making ceramic jewelry for thousands of years.
Seriously?
Google it.
But this ceramic heart has things they didn't know about thousands of years ago.
Like what?
Diamonds. 18 of them.
These created diamonds were made for the one who sparkles like the sun.
I can see her in my mind right now.
It's the perfect Valentine's gift.
And it's only $128 at Kessler's.
Monica, what else do we have?
We have 4 different ways to say I love you.
Each pendant is a different shape covered in diamonds.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
An oval.
A square with rounded corners.
A teardrop.
And a heart.
Your choice, just $148 at Kessler's. For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
All right, I need all you relationship experts as you're all piling through the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776. Yes, Kyle.
I do have a personal text line as well, advice for you too.
Uh-oh. All right, what's that?
Well, on the personal talking text line for Kyle Wallace, I got a text message during that last segment.
From Baby Girl?
Baby Girl said yes, he needs to get her something, which is bad for me because Valentine's Day is tomorrow.
And you ain't got anything.
We didn't discuss anything. We're going to get our nails did.
I mean, people are setting expectations for themselves, and when they're going to shovel, you should be setting expectations for your relationship of what Valentine's Day is.
Yeah, I guess I got to make a couple stops or try.
I got to go vote on this poll to see the results are. I want to know what people are telling me.
I told you 100% yes. We're not far off.
Yeah, I'm a yes now. Move me to the yes category.
Oy vey. At Ben Brust's fiance told him they're not doing gifts.
It must be the results.
Yes. They're not doing gifts for Valentine's Day. Should he still get her something? 75% of people are saying yes. Brandon in Tulsa, 800-990-ESPN on the Carbless Talk and text line. You've been married for 15 years. Cool. You're up.
Yeah, okay. So I've listened to this show quite a bit, so I know that you and Kyle are different in your own ways. But I need you both to listen when I say I don't care if she says she doesn't want you to get her anything. There's not a girlfriend, wife, fiance on the planet who's going to be upset that you got her something. Worst case scenario, if you get her flowers, chocolate, whatever, because a girl who says, you don't have to give anything, it doesn't mean anything to me, what she's saying is, don't go all out. I don't need a $200 bouquet of roses, and I don't need a new piece of jewelry every February 14th. That's what she's saying. She is not saying, please come up empty-handed and then remind me that I told you not to get me anything. That's not what she's saying.
You know what, Brandon? That might be...
scenario. Yeah, I'll be done in just a second, Ben, but worst case scenario, she's going to say, oh, thanks, honey. You didn't have to give me anything, but I appreciate it. That's if you get her something. If you don't get her anything, worst case scenario is she's going to resent you for that, even though she acknowledges she told you not to. She's going to say, I'm with a man who's okay with low standards. I'm with a man who does not feel a need to treat me special, even if I don't feel like it's a special day. That's what she's going to think, okay? I'm telling you. And Kyle, the fact that you haven't made a reservation yet, just forget it, dude. Unless you plan on taking her to your local, I don't know, Culver's, or whatever you guys have up there. Yes, it is a roast. I set my steak dinner reservation 2 weeks ago, fellas.
Baby girl loves
You get it done. You do not want to be the guy shopping at a grocery store the day of, the night before, walking around scrambling. That's embarrassing. You two are better than that. I know you are. All right? Set such a high standard for yourself that she's always blown away. All right?
I would have let him go the whole show.
That was
Why'd you take him off?
Because he said something factually incorrect.
What?
He said you two are better than that.
I am.
No, come on, man. You hold us to a high standard, too.
Why did my
We
father
want
teach me
KBN
this?
Nation
What
to
the
hold us
heck?
to a high standard like this.
That Southern gentleman called in and learned us both.
Brandon in Tulsa. He's the
My
man.
goodness.
He's awesome.
He was so right. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, oh, my gosh, he's right.
You should have seen me and Kyle on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, ESPN
Honesty
Madison.
Hour?
We're like lost in the phone call
quick.
in our headphones, and we're just like
You can't go
nodding our
wrong
head.
getting her something.
Yeah.
Honesty hour?
Yes, what's the honesty?
We all got to go to the grocery store tonight, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm for sure.
Yes.
I got to get quite a bit of things. I'm glad we're talking about Valentine's Day because
if we didn't have this conversation, Kyle might not be in a relationship Monday.
It would have been, she would have got her stuff after work tomorrow, not before work.
Yeah, that's what I was going to wonder as well. Is it okay if I get the stuff, does it have to be in the morning or can I get it after work?
You could probably do it after work, but I guess I don't know your travel scenario. Do you guys go to and from together?
Not necessarily. I would need to come up with a reason. We've been carpooling a little bit since we worked together. Hey, baby, I got a meeting today. It's very far, a.k.a. Welke's Milwaukee Florist.
For real. Yeah, I got to make some stops.
got some meetings today.
Brandon actually just really saved me some
conversations.
Yeah, saved me some attitude. That's what it was.
Saved me some attitude.
Self-inflicted attitude. My fault. I'm the one who caused it.
And you just be like, you're right, baby.
Yeah, no. Well, I would say you shouldn't have said that. So I would have been very defiant. But Brandon just saved me from a whole debacle. Right? He saved my Valentine's Day.
Brandon set a high standard. Very stupid of Ron on the key, who's usually good or bad with his calls. He set a high standard. You have to live up to this, Ron, on the Carpless Talking text line.
You're so mean. First of all, Kyle, he didn't save you. You know you're still going to screw it up. Secondly, Ben, you actually probably have a chance because, I'm guessing you already have a honeymoon planned, and maybe wherever you're going. Oh my God, Jesus. Okay, well then, find her a spa or something for after, day after the wedding or day after the day after the wedding or something, and because you can still do that last second and get something.
Hey,
I know you didn't
here's
want
your
anything,
Valentine's
and
Day
I know you
gift.
didn't need
You get it in 7 months.
Is that what you do with Christmas?
Yeah. So Ron, full transparency, I did not plan this, but her gift was a trip away from home. We're going on Saturday to a great spa. We're getting a massage, a pedicure. Then we're going to a comedy show up in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all taking a trip.
It's trip. Like parents coming to watch the kid. I so happened to accidentally book it over Valentine's Day. Which
No, you
now
didn't. You looked at the
no,
calendar.
no, bro. I had no idea. I was like, why is this so damn expensive this weekend? Is because I planned it around the comedy show that she wanted to see. I was like, so this guy's here on February. What is 15th? 15th.
You don't know Valentine's
And so
Day,
I got the V-Day rate. For all these services.
You and a lot of other men are doing it this weekend.
Bede says it's a test. Yes, I know it's a test. That's why I'm bringing it to KBN Nation.
Wait a minute. It's too late. She has a child with this man. They have a mortgage together. And also she said yes, she's going to get married.
But she didn't say
Ain't no
I
test.
do. It's kind of a big one.
She's stuck. She ain't going nowhere. She's stuck. Listen, you won,
It doesn't
man.
mean I want to be a bleep head.
Hey, you won. She ain't going nowhere. She trapped. She's going to be miserable if you don't act up right.
All right, so here's what this is going to be fun because on the phone lines, you're not going to hear Alex Stroh's voice. You're going to hear Ben Brust. I'm going to be fielding the calls for over-under because we're flipping the script here.
All right, couple things. Before we explain and take our callers, do you know what you have to do when the calls happen?
Name, city.
That's not what I'm asking.
Email, phone number, and I need to give caller whatever I choose, the category and the over-under.
You know how to answer phones?
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, this is Ben Brust. Your caller number blank for over-under.
I would just say KBN, your caller one track.
I got this. I can
I'm
produce.
trying to save you time.
I'm a producer.
Okay. Now, here's the other thing. You have to take 2 callers for this one.
I got it.
Benny, bear with me. It's something you weren't going to do. When you get to caller, let's say we do 13 and 16.
I got it. I put 13 on hold, and then I go answer the one that I need to do, and I come back to it.
All right, good. Do you know how to put the call on hold?
Yes.
Are you positive?
Yes. You've seen me do it on this one.
All right.
Over under. The way this is going to work is Kyle and I have a category, and we have an over under for Strofe. Strofe is going to be the contestant. Little flipperoo, since he's feeling like
he thinks he knows it all. Whenever
thinks
we
he
get
knows
something
everything.
Wrong, this was easy.
This was easy.
I should have made the line higher. I was too easy on you guys.
800-990-3776. Let's go with caller 10 and caller 15 for over-under. Caller 10, you're going to get a category from Ben Brust, who will be answering the phones. You get to say over or under. Caller 15, you will be stuck on the other side. Winner's going to win a prize pack. 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-3776. Caller 10, caller 15. I run to the producer room right now. We're back with you with Over Under.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I think it's clear.
Yeah, and if Doc replicates what Booty did last year, or all I'm saying
Come on, guys! His name is Coach Bud!
If he replicates
Coach Booty!
what Coach Bud
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman, and I'm inviting you to Tsunami Express's grand opening in Oak Creek on February 12th at 6900 South 27th Street next to Menards. From February 12th to the 23rd, enjoy free washes and get your first month of unlimited washes for just $5. That's less than the price of a single wash. Plus, 100% of the proceeds benefit Special Spaces Wisconsin, creating dream bedrooms for kids with cancer. Don't miss KBN Live from 2 to 5 p.m. on Friday, February 14th. Come say hi, get your car washed, and support a great cause.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust. Get your Golden Eagles essentials by opening Marquette checking from Wintrust today.
The 18th-ranked Golden Eagles snapped their 3-game losing skid with a 68-50 win over DePaul at Fiserv Forum to sweep the season series with the Blue Demons. Senior guard Cam Jones finished with a game-high 19 points to move into third place on the MU all-time scoring record book past Lazar Hayward.
Marquette with the basketball. Cam Jones, open three. Pure. There you go. Sweet. That's the Cam Jones everybody knows. And Marquette back to their biggest lead.
Fellow senior guard Stevie Mitchell netted 17 points and 7 rebounds as they were the only 2 Golden Eagles to hit double figures on the night. Marquette improves to 19-6 overall and 10-4 in Big East play. They're back in action next Tuesday night when they host Seton Hall.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust, Wisconsin's bank, and the official bank of Marquette University.
For your little ones and your biggest joys, for your forever true and your fur kids too. For all the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Support your overall health so you can be your best for those who matter to you most. Call John Saganiak Jr. John Saganiak Jr., Saganiak Planning, 262-783-6161. Saganiak Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service. The Saganiak Planning Marquette basketball greatest scorers. Career points is nice, but the best way to judge scoring, points per game. Marquette's top 10 points per game. Number 1, Marcus Howard. Then George Thompson, Dwayne Wade, Jim Jones, and Dean Meminger the top 5. Don Kochis, Mike Moran, Bob Wolf, Terry Rand, and Tom Flynn, the rest of the top 10, got to be above 16 per game to make the list. Over 20 points per game for a career, only Marcus Howard and George Thompson.
Steinhaffel's President's Day sale is happening now. Find great deals on amazing bonus buys throughout the entire store. Then take an extra $100 off every $17.99 you spend. Plus, get a $100 MasterCard for every $17.99 you spend. See store for details. Or make your new room more affordable with Steinhaffel's 36-month 0% financing. Get in today because these deals won't last long. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Welcome back.
We are back, and I am so excited for this. It is over-under on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, no Brad Nortman. Typically, Alex Strofe would be answering the phones. I hope you had fun with me. I had a great time answering the phones. Madison Hayes, 24. Was that not fun?
It was perfect. It was so. They were really in for a treat. They got to hear your voice.
If you heard from me, I was a bundle of energy. Caller 10. Well, you know what? Let's get to the game. I'm running this thing.
Will the guys hit the over or will they disappoint? It's time for Over Under on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Over Under is brought to you by the Sleeper app. Download the Sleeper app today and use code BRAD, that's BRAD, and you'll get $55 in free entries when you play $5. That's code BRAD.
All right, everybody, I'm Alex Strofe. Just kidding. I am Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace. We have curated a category for Alex Strofe.
Shut up and lose.
I'll win.
You won't win.
You know what he's probably going to do is like name the 10 countries with the smallest population. The over-under is 9.5.
You'll see. Caller number 10, Jerry in Verona.
Hey, Jerry, hope you believe in me.
Jerry does not believe in Alex Strofe.
Thanks,
He's
Jerry.
on the under.
Smart.
Thanks, Jerry.
And guess what happened again?
Royal family.
I saw so many different names. I was like, this is a wireless caller. Doesn't have a name on it.
Yep,
I was like,
that's the
this
one.
is going to be a random person. Mike and Franklin. The royal family strikes again. He is on the over by default. The category, and you better get your 3-minute timer ready because I can't control that. The category is the last 10 Green Bay Packer All-Pros. The last 10 Green Bay Packer All-Pros. The over-under is 8.5.
Is this strictly first team or all overall?
All pros.
So first
you
or
heard
second
me.
team.
All pros.
All pros.
8.5.
What do you mean 8.5?
You are
Easy.
a Packer backer. You run our Green Bay Game Day pregame show for 3 hours on TMJ and ESPN Wisconsin.
That's easy. Here
Your
you go.
time starts now.
All right, let's just do this to gauge where we're at. Devondre Campbell final.
Did you start the clock?
Yes.
What'd you do?
Devondre Campbell final. Where is he on the list?
He's on the list.
He's on the list.
Well, is he number 3? Is he number 4?
What
Is
do
he
you mean number 3, number 4? Right? This isn't ranking of how
I have
good
names.
somebody
Most
is.
recent.
Yeah, no, I said the last 10. He's in the last
that doesn't
10.
help at all. Xavier McKinney, final answer.
Xavier McKinney is.
That was so hard.
Okay, so I have McKinney, I have Campbell, and you're not giving me years?
Nope.
Okay.
What year was
you
McKinney?
guys would freak out if I did that to you.
What year was McKinney?
We make the rules.
McKinney was this year, obviously.
Okay, duh.
And Campbell would have been 22 or 21.
Okay, for you to figure out.
Right, Aaron Rodgers, final answer.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. What list are you looking at? It would be nice if I knew the order of these. Has anybody done
Use your brain.
Offensive line.
2 minutes.
Ever an All-Pro. I don't think Kenny Clark was. He might have, but let's give this one a shot. Jair Alexander final?
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. I don't know how far to go back. Is Devontae Adams final answer?
Ding, 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 ding.
How far back? Devontae was only here a couple years ago.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what year he was an All-Pro. Because in my head, I'm not saying final answer. I'm thinking Charles Woodson won Defensive Player of the Year in 2009. But is that too far back?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't want to guess that if it's
You're
too far
wasting
back.
precious time.
I've got 90 seconds. I'm fine. I've got half the list done. I'm right on track. Okay, who would have been after that? After the Super Bowl is kind of what I'm thinking right now. Receivers like Jordy Nelson would have been All-Pro, but was there more All-Pros after that? Was Eddie Lacy was an All-Pro. He won Rookie of the Year. Let's try Jordy Nelson. Final answer.
Bam! 1 minute.
1 minute.
And I can't get any more wrong?
No.
Nope. It's easy, man. Come on, this list is easy.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how the list is always easy when you're looking at it, Kyle?
Well, the list is easy if you're looking at it. It's also much easier if you give me dates.
You're a Packers
Xavier
historian.
McKinney, 2024, he was a All-Pro.
Okay.
I'll give you this. You're missing a recent one.
How recent?
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Thanks.
30 seconds.
Oh, boy, I'm out of time. All right, I'm just going to start rattling names off.
Here we go. Come on.
A recent one.
Let's rattle off names.
I said Jair, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You are cooked.
I am indeed.
You suck.
Clay Matthews, final answer.
And that's it, folks.
You
suck at making the game. You didn't give me a list.
I gave you a list.
Say 1 through 10. You have to. I do it every week for you.
Not always. Sometimes
we did MVPs last year. I told you what years they won.
Sometimes
you're
Kyle
missing
Walsh.
a crucial detail.
Relax for a second.
You lost, Gen Z. Calm down.
Yeah, easy. Kyle, there have been times where I say, where are they on the list? And sometimes it's just like, I don't have that.
Happened 0 times.
All right, well, you're going to feel real stupid when we go through the list. You got Devondre Campbell, but you missed some real easy ones.
In order of recent to least recent.
So you cheated.
No, it's cheated.
I don't have the dates and the years. I just put them in order on my list.
And you didn't tell me what numbers they were. I asked for
What
that.
do you mean, what numbers?
What does it matter if it's number what if you don't have the year?
It helps me with order of operations because if Rodgers is 8, then I know we're not going far that far back.
No, that's on you. You better guess right. You're supposed to guess right.
Xavier McKinney, number 1 on the list, most recent. One that you missed is next. 2-time All-Pro. Man, you stink.
Who am I blanking on? I don't know.
Kyle's very frustrated with him.
Well, Christian Watson's not an All-Pro. Christian Watson's daddy.
We talked about this guy yesterday. Mark Chmura berated this guy yesterday.
Oh, Keyshawn Nixon, a kick returner.
Yeah.
I didn't even think a kick returner.
No, yeah. Oh, it's hard, isn't it?
Oh.
That was a layup. A 2-timer on the list.
That was a layup.
Yeah.
That was a layup.
Yeah, you got another layup.
Xavier, Keyshawn, next was Jair, you nailed. Aaron Rodgers, you nailed. Devondre, you nailed. Devontae, you nailed. And then you lost.
Come on, you missed this one. You got
This guy was electric when he was signed by the Green Bay Packers.
Zadarius Smith.
There it is.
Yeah, missed that one.
But then you missed another one, too.
There is an All-Pro that was really, really good when on the field.
That's helpful.
When healthy.
Well, Bakhtiari.
Oh,
David Bakhtiari.
You feel stupid yet?
No, I don't, because you didn't give me this order.
Yeah, but like,
what
this
do you
is
mean
it was all recent.
You didn't even say David. You said Jordy Nelson, and then you didn't say David Bakhtiari. You talked about Jenkins is there. You went from Jenkins to Jordy Nelson.
Well, yeah, because I was trying to gauge how far back we were going.
Clay Matthews. Jordy and Clay.
John in Milwaukee chimes in. Strofe is just losing. I guess we know what happens when everyone gets a trophy generation doesn't win. You have
he
missed.
Purposely ignored the text that says Ben cheated.
You have missed an offensive lineman and a defensive back.
You don't have years?
I I do.
I can.
Since the game's over, do you want the year?
The defensive back. I mean, is that like? Are we going as far back as Nick Collins?
No. 2016.
First round pick.
Yeah, see how these wouldn't have helped you?
He's dumb.
In 2016?
He's dumb. He's dumb. He's still dumb. You're dumb.
It's impossible to focus.
You're stupid.
Clinton Dix.
Yeah, thank you. Stupid.
Ha Clinton Dix.
You look at him red, embarrassed. Oh, it's so easy. And so we were literally saying his name. You still couldn't get it.
Oh, interesting. Let's go through the text. Paul, Strophe got hosed. Ben, horrible game host. Eric, feels like collusion against Strofe. Kevin, bad sport by Ben. Joseph, Strofe was screwed.
Oh, look at me. Look at me. Feel bad for me.
Why are you acting all soft? Well, how are you screwed? You wouldn't have gotten Clinton Dix. You wouldn't have gotten Corey Lindsley, who you still haven't said yet. And you wouldn't have.
Corey Lindsley was the last one to finalize the list. Congrats to Jerry.
Good pick by Jerry.
In Verona.
Good pick by Jerry.
On the under.
You're going to get Keyshawn Nixon. You were already going to
I wouldn't have gotten Keyshawn Nixon.
Exactly.
I'll admit that.
Or
I would have never thought special teams.
And you wouldn't have got Corey Lindsley.
Because I was literally running through position by position in my head. Like, okay, he was here, he was here, he was here.
Shit, I have 90 seconds. I'm fine. I'm right on.
Yeah, he's like, I'm right on pace.
And
90
proceeded
seconds
to get
left.
nothing right after that.
Mark Tauscher of Wilde and Tausch had some interesting comments on Jim, Matt, and Molly after our guys on Unsportsman like Evan Cohen, Chris Canny, and Michelle Smallman declared Aaron Rodgers as not a winner. We'll tell you what Tausch said, and we'll tell you what we think in 2 minutes. Strofe is a baby. Don't go anywhere.
Come see Pal at the Neary Spring Home Improvement Show February 14th through the 16th. Learn about our incredible design team with an ability to customize windows to match your unique home. Pal Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is now offering windows as low as $22 per month and doors as low as $89 per month. Rest easy with our 10-year installation warranty. Book your in-home consultation at the show and receive a complimentary DesignWorks consultation and a Pella Care inspection. Visit PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
No Giannis, no Dame, no problem for the Bucks as they picked up a 103-101 road victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Gary Trent Jr. led the way for Milwaukee with 21 points on 3 of 5 from three-point range off the bench in the win.
Kuzma's racing the other direction. Rockets the pass to the corner. Catch and shoot three. Gary Trent Jr. sticks the long bomb and pumps his fist.
Kyle Kuzma finished with a double-double, 19 points and 13 rebounds, while Brooke Lopez, Torian Prince, and Kevin Porter Jr. each chipped in 11 points. The Bucks enter the All-Star break at 29-24. They're back in action Thursday, February 20th against the Los Angeles Clippers at Fiserv Forum.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
It started with a prediction.
Gonna go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Six-pack Abs chimes in and says the most accurate thing of the show. At least Brad Nortman wasn't here today to read the answers to Strofe. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace are here with you. Alex Strofe running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. A lot of people feel bad for Strofe, but the way that he treats us throughout the week, it was funny. I had already set the over-under at 8.5, and I couldn't have changed it, but I wanted to see if Kyle was on the same page with me because I'd already given it to the fans. And before we went live, I was like, what do you think? Should we do 7.5? He goes, oh, no, we out for blood.
I said, bleep him. I said, bleep him.
We're out for blood.
We're out for blood. 800-990-ESPN. Don't worry, Strofe. If you want to feel better, you got a lot of fans of Alex Strofe feeling bad for the old Gen Zer.
I'm just thinking, what should we do next week when I'm back to right? I think I'm going to go I'm thinking of 10 random U.S. presidents. Go. Over-under's 9.5.
If you want to be a baby and continue to be a baby, you can continue to be a baby. We'll keep trucking along here.
I'm just thinking about how I can get my payback.
He's already planning vengeance.
What do you need payback?
What do you need payback? The rules are the rules. The games are the games.
You didn't follow the rules.
I will go to ESPNWisconsinContest.com during the break, and I will find out if it says you must tell the contestants if it needs to have a date or chronological order, or if it's just out of an over-under.
You've played this game for how long? 5 years?
I'm just going to go by the rules.
I've never once given you a list.
To be fair, I don't think you would have won with the years, and you would admit that too.
I don't think I would either, but I think it would have helped me.
How did you miss David Bakhtiari?
Yeah, that's tough.
Because I was just so thrown off by the fact that I didn't have the years.
See, that's the problem.
I spiraled.
This is what Coach Lundy was talking about, right? This is why you need to have failure because you spiral, right?
I'm not saying
had you not been part of that soft generation, you would have spiraled. You would have refocused, right? Instead of sitting here focusing on the fact that he's not giving me the years, what am I going to do? You would have said, okay, bump that. Let me just focus on right
my
now.
game plan. I have a sheet here where I have 1 through 10 listed. And I couldn't slot them in the way I needed to.
There are times where I have 1 through 10 listed, and I'm not able to slot them because sometimes 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5, you won't have it. It's just part of the way this cycle goes.
Never happened.
I will go back and listen and provide you evidence.
Okay, go for it.
I won't do that right now, but I'll do it on my drive up to Green Bay.
You won't be able to find it.
Strofe is a sore loser. Every time things don't go his way, we got to hear about it.
I know.
Every single
This is
time.
what Bart Lundy was talking about. I can't talk to these kids the same way because he eventually cracked and he goes, they're soft.
Strofe, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. You are right, Strofe. I'm sorry. We'll be nicer to you next time. We'll be easy on you, okay?
Loving Football chimes in. Why are Kyle and Bet acting like they're 40 years older? Because Strofe makes us feel 40 years more mature.
Listen, Gen Z
being around them.
Yeah, that's words that correlate in my mind. Ben Brust and mature.
You take my advice about relationships many times on these airs. Damn it, Kyle. We were together.
He did the hand motion, too. It was just good. It was good.
Evan Cohen had a strong opinion about Aaron Rodgers, and this has a lot to do with his tenure of being a Packer, in my opinion. Because when you look at Aaron Rodgers, the writing at the end of the road is right there. He might retire. He might find a team. We don't know. This is the first time I actually don't know, right? Every time he said I might retire, I knew he wasn't.
He had leverage and control.
This is the first time where it's I actually don't know.
Yeah.
So as it pertains to his legacy, on Unsportsmanlike, mornings on ESPN Wisconsin, Evan Cohen, I don't know if he thinks very highly of Aaron Rodgers, the football player.
I don't consider Aaron Rodgers, he's not a loser. I don't look at him, when I think of Aaron Rodgers, winning is not the first thing that comes to my mind.
Really? I mean, he won a Super Bowl.
I understand that.
As a wild card.
No, he's a first ballot, unanimous Hall of Famer. If you don't vote Aaron Rodgers in the Hall of Fame, that's a major problem. He is phenomenal at his job. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever live. When I think of winner, it's almost overachieving a little bit. Jalen Hurts to me is a winner. Tom Brady's a winner. These are people that I look at and I say, there's no justification for them to have won as much as they've won. When I think of Aaron Rodgers, I think of a talent more than a winner.
That was Evan Cohen on Unsportsmanlike. And on Jim, Matt, and Molly, 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, Old T, Mark Tauscher, had the privilege of spending a lot of time protecting number 12, Aaron Rodgers, as a Green Bay Packer. Here was his reaction to the audio from Evan Cohen yesterday on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Yeah, I understand the crux of what he's saying, but what he forgets about Aaron Rodgers is nobody wanted him. Purdue sent him a note that he wasn't good enough. He had to go to JUCO. So we all see that he has this great talent. He had to sit 3 years at Green Bay. He fell in the draft. So this whole idea that he was crowned some great player is complete hogwash. And Evan is just selectively picking out data because he ended up being a 4-time MVP. He was the underdog. He was too small. He didn't get one college D1 offer. So let's just, I think sometimes we get so over the top on things. Aaron Rodgers had a career that most people wouldn't even dream of having.
Mark Tauscher's response to Evan Cohen on Unsportsmanlike, and I believe he ended up using the word rubbish at one point in regards to what Evan had to say about Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to lie. If you do the exercise, if you're driving, don't close your eyes. Just think. But if you are on YouTube or streaming, somewhere you can close your eyes, I want you to think. When you picture Aaron Rodgers, do you picture winner or do you picture talent?
I close my eyes and I picture a winner. He's talented, right? We already know that. But Aaron Rodgers is a winner. When you look at the list of Super Bowl quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers is high up on most talented quarterback to win a Super Bowl. But then on top of that, Aaron Rodgers has the 6th most wins out of all quarterbacks in NFL history. The 6th most wins out of all quarterbacks in NFL history. And how much we are upset about the fact that Aaron did not win enough big games. When I'm talking about big games, I'm talking about NFC championship games and Super Bowls. But he went to a lot of NFC championship games, and it's not his fault why his team could not win those all those NFC championship games. So for me, overall,
there are some where he deserves more blame than others.
But he's the reason why this franchise continued to be great. The fact that he was able to come after somebody like Brett Favre, who has the 2nd most wins of all time, and he was able to follow behind a legend like that and really elevate this franchise and this organization for the next 15 to 18 years. This kid is an absolute winner. I say kid because it's a kid when he took over. But this old man now is an absolute winner. He's a winner. Like, there's nothing that will ever tell me that Aaron Rodgers is not great on the football field and also not a winner. I would never call him a loser. I would say a lot of things about him that are negative, but one thing I would never say is that he was not talented, that he was not one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and that he did not win a lot of football games, because that would be factually false. This man is an absolute winner. I'm not going to judge him based off the fact that he only won a Super Bowl. He got there, he won that game, and it was because of him that they won that football game as well, too. So he's a winner.
Yeah, because when you break it down by NFC Championship game, there are some that you can point to Aaron Rodgers being an issue. But there are also some where you point to the team, the coaching, and the way that the game fell as not his fault. Specifically, oh wow, I might need to get some tea.
Oh wow,
some
what's
tea.
happening right now? Whoa.
Okay,
what you got in that throat?
Whoa,
wow,
he's choking up because he.
You said about Aaron Rodgers.
I was yelling too much during over/under about Alex Stroh.
Goodness gracious.
2020 will stick in my head for many reasons. Now, I do think Matt LaFleur had fault in the lack of experience in the moment of kicking a field goal, making a one-score game, and they never get the ball back.
Yep.
But in that same game, in the second half, they had 3 interceptions from Tom Brady.
They sure did.
And they did not capitalize enough points off of turnovers when they had one of the most historic offenses of all time. That 2020 offense was humming. An 80+% red zone percentage the entire season. And when you have a strength, you need that strength to come through in the big moments. 2021, although not an NFC Championship game, absolutely abysmal. Absolutely unacceptable. To lose that game at home and to score on the opening drive and then to lose on a blocked punt. You can't score.
Yeah, that was...
What, is 10 points they scored?
The Packers did only score 10 points that game. Had one offensive touchdown.
And I think it was the opening drive, which means they went the entire game, not finding the end zone in a season which he was the MVP.
And he just wanted Devontae Adams. The last throw, I think, was to
2016 Seattle? 2014.
2014, 15.
I need everything in 1 year.
Just go ahead. Keep going. We know Seattle. We know the pain.
They got to what, Kyle? What did Mike McCarthy do with the play calling?
5 out of 6 plays, he ran the football, and he threw it one time. When he threw it one time, it was to Andrew Corliss.
And that cannot be put on Aaron. Actually, if you want, it's funny that he didn't check out of it for as much crap as we gave him at the end of his career. Maybe he had PTSD from that damn game.
Yeah.
Handed the football off. He's like, check, we're throwing it here.
He gets the Legion of Boom.
Atlanta, no shot.
No, I mean, they weren't good enough. We're happy to be there.
2011, the way they lose. I know not all these are NFC Championship games, but to be 15-1,
that was rough. That was rough. But again, to call Aaron Rodgers not a winner,
it's hard to talk about all these and then be like, it's all Aaron's fault.
No.
Did he have fault? Yes, but it's hard for me to talk about all these games and be like, Aaron's a loser. It's his fault that they didn't win all of these games.
But in the same breath and same statement and same comment to say Aaron Rodgers isn't a winner and then bring up Jalen Hurts as a winner. who yes, he's
been in 2 Super Bowls, but we're a little early here. He's got a lot of career left to be throwing him the same. He put Jalen Hurts and Tom Brady in the same sentence.
And that's ridiculous, right? That's Ben
he being Evan Cohen on Sportsmanlike.
I wonder if he would say Dan Marino isn't a winner, right? And Dan Marino ain't winning anything. But Dan Marino had won a lot of football games for that Miami Dolphins football team, and they would love to have a
Rodgers still has a Super Bowl. Like in this conversation, he has the same amount of Super Bowl wins as Jalen Hurts, and that was referenced as a player next to Tom Brady. What are we doing?
Yeah, and accolades, winning the MVP. I don't care what you say, man. Like, Aaron Rodgers is a special talent. Aaron Rodgers is an absolute winner, and it's ridiculous to think anything other than that.
I think Jason Wilde would agree with us. Before we get to Jason Wilde, because I know Jason and Mark Tauscher have had the great opportunity to talk as well about Gina Della from Pella. You need to check her out at the Nari Spring Home Improvement Show, February 14th through the 16th, because you can get windows as low as $22 per month and doors as low as $89 per month. You can rest easy with the 10-year installation warranty. And I teased it. Tomorrow, we're going to have a special offer from Gina Della. Gina Della, what'd you say, Strofe? We need more love in this world. Isn't that your thing right now? Well, Gina's going to provide love to this world with the offer. So I can't tell you what it is until tomorrow. But what I can tell you is go get your consultation now. So when you book it, you're not booked out. You want to make sure you get in with their team. With Joe and Gina, sit down, figure out what you want for your house, your home, wherever you're at in life. They will take care of you with whatever budget. Gina Della from Pella, check her out at the Nari Spring Home Improvement Show, the 14th through the 16th. I just got windows and doors installed, and I feel like I'm living in a castle just because the changes they made. My house didn't get any bigger, but it just feels like a home that I'm so excited to come home to. Maybe castle is the wrong word. Shut up, Strofe. I know you're laughing. Jason
Mr. Castle.
I live in a castle. King of the castle. King of the castle.
Yeah, don't walk
this
around.
This is Kyle,
like
Brust, and Nortman.
Ben's pretty good at impersonations.
Hey, he's pretty good.
I
either crush him or suck at him.
He's pretty good at faking it.
Yeah, being a faker.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Well,
that's what acting is.
Why can't we come together?
Yeah, you're very creative in faking it. Good job.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We're moving along okay right now. We do have one crash up on the board. This is on 94 in Kenosha. It's the ramp from Highway 142 to southbound 94. It's on that ramp, so just watch out for that. Otherwise, everything else seems to be rolling along okay. A little bit tight as usual. Westbound 94 from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 43, a little slow from Capitol Drive down towards North Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, mostly clear and cold, a low of 1 above at the lakefront, 5 below inland with a wind chill of 5 below to 15 below. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, evening snow likely. That's the next round. Some accumulation, a high of 23. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Are things getting a little stale? Need to bring back some excitement? Rekindle the romance and love your ride this month at Cunis. Your Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis dealerships are showing the love with new vehicle specials you'll adore at nearby locations in Oak Creek and Greenfield. From the affordable Buick Envista SUV to the rugged GMC Sierra pickup, they have vehicles for every budget. Thinking pre-owned? Visit your local dealership website for a sweetheart deal on one of our 10 pre-owned super specials and swipe right for service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Brian Bohm, General Manager of Cunis of Oak Creek.
And I'm Bill Eater, General Manager of Cunis of Greenfield.
We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials.
And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear Lifetime Powertrain Warranty, included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases.
Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
Love your ride. this month at Cunis. Start your search online at CunisBuickGMC.com.
The wait is over. Brewers baseball is back. Time to pick your Brewers games and get back to the ballpark for tailgate traditions and walk-off wins. Be here for opening day. Come back for the big games and the best giveaways. Where else would you want to be? Brewers tickets for the 2025 season are on sale Friday. That's opening day and every game, all summer long. Get on board for the show today. Tickets on sale Friday at Brewers.com.
The new year is here, and we all know it's the perfect time to hit the reset button. Let's be real, guys. Feeling confident in how you look and feel isn't just for women. That's where Quintessa Aesthetic Center comes in. From now through March 31st, Quintessa is offering exclusive packages to help you start 2025 as a more confident you. Whether it's weight loss plans or even IV therapy, Quintessa has personalized options backed by medical experts to help you look and feel your absolute best. Visit myquintessa.com to learn more. Make 2025 the year you feel confident inside and out.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at PaysBig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. The Wolf of Wall Street was on the other day when I was flipping through channel. Great family film.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
I'm a naturally inquisitive person.
Holding everybody accountable.
If you feel better about that, I'm happy to do so.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Joining us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is Jason Wilde. Listen to Jason 9 to noon across these very stations on Wilde and Tausch. No Brad Nortman, just Kyle and Ben and Strophe running the show. Jason, welcome in.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Doing well, Jason. Good to hear from you.
We're doing well. We had a great time with Coach Bart Lundy of the UW Men's Panthers basketball team.
Why do you keep saying UW Men's Panthers?
Yeah, why do you?
It's UW Milwaukee Men's Panthers.
You said that
I'm a fake journalist, guys.
I don't even think they use UW, right?
They just say Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee Panthers.
Okay, noted. I'll put that in the brain.
Courtside, huh?
Yeah, block some tickets off.
Asking for more
Bart.
tickets too. Don't even know how to say the school name, but say, "Hey, coach."
Yeah, can I have courtside tickets?
No,
does that mean does that mean you're sitting? Does that mean you're sitting in the same seats I am on that Saturday?
Probably.
Okay, gotcha. Keep them warm for me.
He did not offer. You asked. He said he'll take care of you.
Yeah, he said he'll take care of me. Then I took it a little too far. Like, you got courtside?
2 more, 4 more.
Jason, what I find fascinating is as we depart from the everyday Aaron Rodgers saga here in the state of Wisconsin, focusing just on football, it's fascinating to see the fans' response. I feel as if this is the first time that I actually have no idea what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. Right? When he said he was what percent retired before he went into a darkness versus after. At no point did I take any, credence to that. I knew he was going to play. This is the first year that I feel like I don't know. And when Evan Cohen's talking about him as a more talented quarterback than a winner, man, fans are going to war for Rodgers as a winner. You see him as a winner?
Well, there were a lot of questions in there, Ben. Let me kind of negotiate my way through
I got
this.
some
First
manic
of all,
energy. I'm going to apologize.
It's all good. Yeah, I mean, by the way, big Coach Lundy fan, and I am always hoping that the Milwaukee Panthers are successful. I think they're in the top, 4 or 5 in the Horizon League so far this season.
They're in the mix for a Horizon League tournament championship and an NCAA berth.
So always pulling for the Panthers, going way back to the days, even before Bruce Pearl to Steve Antrim, having grown up in Milwaukee. So I'm excited, and I hope the Panthers have a strong finish to the season and they can catch Cleveland State at the top of the standings. Now, as for Aaron Rodgers, I think the reason why you don't have any idea
is because we don't have any idea who's going to want him, if anyone. And it's crazy to say, well, is anybody going to want Aaron Rodgers, right? Isn't that crazy? Especially when you look at the season he had, because statistically, I think the perception versus the reality don't line up. I mean, he had a better season than we all think he did. It just was with the Jets, who were a train wreck, and he was a major component of that. To me, the greater question is not whether or not he could still play or if he could be a starting quarterback for somebody. It's, do you want to deal with all the other stuff? And I'm not talking about McAfee. I'm not talking about his conspiracy theory beliefs. I'm not talking about any of that. It's the kind of will he seems to want to impose on the teams that are allowing him to do that. And, Mike McCarthy did to, I guess, some degree. Matt LaFleur certainly did to some degree. And then the Jets just kind of turned over the keys to the building, it felt like. And so, is what circumstances and which team would want him as their quarterback? Because Lord knows he could be the starting quarterback for a bunch of teams. It's what are they prepared to deal with when it comes to him? And I don't know the answer to that, but if I was Cleveland, I wish I would want to find a way out of that Deshaun Watson debacle of a contract. That's for sure, and I'm not sure they can. I don't know the particulars of that contract. Other than that, it was terrible.
Guaranteed $200 million.
Yeah,
plus.
Crazy, right? I think we've seen teams turn around quickly. Right, Washington's a good example this year. Is he able to go to a team like Tennessee and suddenly, they draft a quarterback and let him sit for a year or two behind Rodgers, and Rodgers plays well, and they turn things around, and then that quarterback doesn't step in and have to play right away? There's so many different teams that I would think would at least have cursory interest, but what are they prepared to put up with? Aaron Glenn, according to Diana Rossini, basically said, look, there's a path for you to be here, but you can't do McAfee anymore, and you got to be here for every bit of the off-season program.
And he basically said no.
Well, I don't know if he said no. Look, let's be honest. I don't think Rodgers wanted to go back there anyway. Mm-hmm. And I saw Mike Florio posted this. I mean, he got exactly what he wanted. It was the Jets that got rid of him. And Florio put it as he gets to play the victim now. I don't think that's accurate. But he does get to say, look, I'm not the one who decided to end the relationship. They are, right? It's kind of like the opposite of a breakup in a relationship. You kind of want to be the one who is the breaker-upper, not the one who gets broken up with. In this instance, in order to be able to blame people, you want to say, hey, this was their decision.
Were you more of the breaker-upper or the broken up with?
I don't have before Paula, I think I have 4 long-term girlfriends.
What do you consider long-term? You're young. I mean, you're young.
Oh, I'm not young.
No, you were.
I am.
You're in your 30s.
That's a backhanded way of calling him an old fart.
Yeah, you could have just said you could have just let him talk.
Well, he said long-term, so I'm trying to figure out what he thinks long-term is.
Over a year of not seeing other people.
I agree with that. I think over a year is long term.
I agree.
I'll make a woman wait 6 months before we think about a relationship.
You're a prude.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. You're in much greater demand than I ever was in.
That's probably true, Jason. Probably true. But speaking of, I guess demand. I don't know how much.
He didn't answer the question.
This is one of the worst segues ever, by the way.
Wait a minute.
Speaking of being in demand.
Yeah, like me.
Wait. What was the question you asked him?
More the breaking up or was broken up with?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I believe that my MO was break up with, but then question my decision and have it cause me anxiety because did I make the right decision?
Well, you did.
We've all been there, Jason.
We've all been there.
Clearly I did. And Paul, I don't know how Paula puts up with it, quite frankly, at this point. But look, bottom line, to put a bow on the Rodgers question, he got what he wanted. he is now free to roam about the country and sign with whoever needs a quarterback. He can wait and, hang out until July. And, the Minnesota Vikings are looking at J.J. McCarthy and saying, this guy's not ready. We moved on from Sam Darnold because he wanted the sun, the moon, and the stars for a contract, and we weren't going to give him that. So we got to figure something out here. Maybe that happens. Maybe there's another team. But I'm really eager to see what his market is, because it's all conjecture right now of who might be interested.
Jason Wilde joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We tossed it over to the man in demand, Kyle Wallace.
Now, Jason Wilde, I've been listening to you talk for a while. I've been back with GKB for 8 years now, so I've just been listening to you, admiring you, especially on Sunday Karma, you and Craig talking. And I know if you drop nuggets out there, there's a little more to it. And earlier this week, you said Davante Adams is open to playing for the Packers, which made me really excited. But the thing I really want to know is, as an organization, do the Packers actually see value in potentially bringing somebody like Davante back to Green Bay?
Yeah, it's a great question, and I don't know. I don't know what Goody's mentality is. Like, it's great that Davante is open to the idea. But if the Packers aren't interested, then who the hell cares, right? Mm-hmm. And I look at where the Packers are at, and I've made this argument. I also think it's important for me to acknowledge that I have some measure of bias here, because he is definitely in the top 5 of my guys throughout my career. Of
just one below me.
Okay.
I never covered you.
I was just putting myself in the ranking.
He loves himself.
You are one of my all-time favorite Badgers.
Same with Strofe, and now that's changed.
Never meet your hero.
I still remember you coming up to me at the Wisconsin Sports Awards. You had like long hair, and and you like introduced yourself to me. We had not even considered the idea of you being on the air. I think at that point you were just a really likable character from a great team. Long before you started showing up at training camp wearing a Rodgers jersey and other knuckleheaded behavior, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I really like that kid, and I had obviously watched you play. And now I'm like, oh my God, whatever happened to that guy? No, I'm kidding. But you are.
I've been a good boy.
You have been lately, for sure.
The baby helped in the fiance.
The baby helped, and now he's
totally
breaking
agree
news.
with that. I know the news breaking. I mean, when I saw Ben Brust was calling me, I was at the UW Green Bay Youngstown women's game that night. And when I saw Ben Brust was calling me, I didn't know. I was like, what on earth could Ben possibly be calling me for? And then when he texted it to me, I was like, oh my gosh, Scoop Brust.
Just two journalists having a good text conversation.
So you believe that he had enough sources for you to say, okay,
he asked me, and I answered back.
I thought Ben handled it perfectly. I thought he didn't like flat out, say it as gospel. He protected his source. I don't want to betray any of his sources, but it's not like he got it directly from Roger Goodell. So
you don't know that.
I don't think he. I think I do. But
wait, do you know his sources?
No, I did not disclose them to Jason. We're journalists.
Okay.
Exactly. Big J journalist. But I feel very confident that he didn't get it from the commissioner.
Last fling for you, Jason. I've really enjoyed this, by the way. This has been a fun.
Because it's been all about you.
No. But there's been a lot of ups and downs, and now some ups, and there might be a down here. My fiance had told me that she doesn't want anything for Valentine's Day. Do I have to get her something?
That's a trap. Don't. Come on. Are you new at this?
Jason, I was going to fall for the trap. I told him, hey, closed mouths don't get fed. If she said it, I follow. I got a text instantly saying Ben needs to get her a gift. And that
was a wink, wink,
that
nudge,
was a sign for me, too, that I need to go shopping.
Yeah, I want to be very clear here. You do it anyway, first of all. Be sensible. Again, she clearly does much more of the work from the parenting side. So maybe get creative, come up with some good ideas to like give her a break from that, and you taking on, some additional responsibilities so she can go to a spa or something. That would be my recommendation. Get away from it for a little while. But no, I definitely do not ignore that advice. When you get to 15 years plus, like Paula and me, and I say I don't want anything for my birthday, or she says we're not doing anything for Valentine's Day except a little something for the girls, I heed that now. But at the point that you're at, you are asking for trouble if you take that at face value, just in my opinion.
There it is. You have been consistent with all the rest of the comments amongst all of our platforms.
Yeah, Ben and I are idiots.
Yes.
We're blessed to have our women.
We knew that already.
We can learn, though.
I'm learning.
I didn't need you to tell me that today, that's for sure.
We appreciate the time, Jason, and we'll be listening to you on Wilde and Tausch.
All right, fellas, take care. Be good.
That is Jason Wilde. You heard where you can hear him, Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these very stations. Going to tell you about where Kyle's going to go running and screaming. For Screamin' Sicilian Pizza.
Oh, I had it today.
Did you?
I sure did, for lunch.
5 more days. And there's another deal coming February 19th through the 25th. You're going to love that just as much. But through the 18th of February, Pick and Save and Metro Market stores, you can taste what all that screaming is about, because you have a buy one, get one for Screamin' Sicilian favorites. So hurry while it lasts till the 18th at your local Pick and Save and Metro Market stores. Screamin' Sicilian, thin and crispy, tavern style, Detroit, stuffed crust, OG, tons of brands, tons of styles, all for you. Buy one, get one, Metro Market, Pick and Save. Taste what all the screaming is about. Greg Scalzo? Scheduled to appear. Wow, the big boss after Jason next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You should be happy Pac-Man Jones had this on his headphones, or he definitely would have pulled up on you.
I think Pac-Man's lucky I didn't have this on my headphones.
Oh, you right.
I would have been. Right. I'm really feeling swaggy and confident.
You say, yeah, you're in my space. Oh, what you gonna do?
Because even just hearing the song, like, for those who on the YouTube, they can see I'm bobbing my head right now. Like, this is like, okay.
Go ahead, say ski.
Ski.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Well, we got a little bit of a backup eastbound on 94, just in this stadium interchange. Westbound's a little heavier from about 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound on 43 got some backups right through the Marquette onto the high-rise bridge. 4394 southbound, you are seeing more delays from about Lincoln all the way down towards the KK River. Other than that, not too horribly bad. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear and cold, a low of 1 above at the lakefront, 5 below inland, with a wind chill of 5 below to 15 below. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, evening snow likely with the next round, some accumulation with a high of 23. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazagon, 94.5 ESPN.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is hosting another Scramble tournament with $1,000 in cash prizes available. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellerson, and Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center invites you to play in a two-man scramble at TPC Scottsdale, all from their comfortable golf simulators. Grab a friend and sign up today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. The tournament costs $120 per pairing and is happening now through February 28th. Your winter chance to play TPC Scottsdale awaits. WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
When it comes to used cars, there's the rest, then there's the best. Shop Ewald Automotive Group's best used cars right now, starting under $15,000. Choose from hundreds of hand-selected quality used vehicles, all with a 133-point inspection, all with a 3-day exchange policy, all starting under $15,000. Forget the rest. Drive the best. Get Ewald's best used cars starting under $15,000. Go to EwaldAuto.com. See dealer for complete details. Exclusions may apply.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Dominican High School's Aaron Womack III. The senior basketball standout etching his name in state and school record books by passing the 2,000 career point threshold. The 6'6" Womack is racking up the big stat lines this season, including back-to-back games with 96 total points scored. He's averaging over 30 points a game this season, which is, of course, impressive enough in itself, but he also puts in the work on the boards, averaging 11-plus rebounds a game. Womack is hoping to propel Dominican to the state title for the first time in his career. And when it comes to the next level, Womack will be playing Division I basketball next season for Syracuse. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Aaron Womack from Dominican High School.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. ESPN Milwaukee's Big Boss.
I'm not going to be able to help you.
The only one who holds Ben accountable.
We each do our own research, Ben.
Welcome to Thursdays with Greg Scalzo.
Happy Thursday!
On Kyle, Brust, and Norton.
What a blessing anytime you get the current voice of Sunday Karma, former voice of Scalzo and Brust, joining Kyle, Brust, and Norton. Yeah?
Mic working here. There we go. Thank you, Stroh.
He's a bad producer. Because he's a bad producer.
Just leave him alone. We have a guest.
I was there 2 weeks ago.
He's very
I was just off this past week.
No, you missed 2 weeks in a row.
No, I didn't. I was there the week before. Remember, we had our first 7-11.
Me and Strofe did one by ourselves, and then Craig.
He was there 2 weeks ago. I was off.
I don't know who's there.
I am off 2 weeks in a row because I'm off this upcoming week. Because it's my son's first birthday. We're having a first birthday party.
Is that okay with you?
Ben Brust and his wife aren't attending, even though we attended their kid's first birthday. They got invited and just blowing it off.
Where's the reciprocity
here?
What's going on?
Bleep you, Charlie.
Dang, that's how you gonna do.
I love Charlie.
Bleep you, Charlie.
That's what he said.
I said that to your 1-year-old son.
Soon to be 1-year-old son. Yeah.
Why are you not going to the best man in your wedding son's birthday party?
It's on Saturday.
So why are you missing Sunday Karma?
Well, because then I've got Disney on Ice on Sunday.
Oh, hell yeah. Does that start at noon?
10 a.m., I think.
How was your concert this weekend, boys?
It was good.
I had a great time.
Wait, hold on. You're just letting him off the fact that he's skipping on. Yeah, I mean, that was.
He's missing Charlie's
birthday. I made
birthday.
plans.
What do you mean made plans? You knew Charlie's birthday was around that time.
It's not on my calendar yet.
Greg, you got to understand. It's Ben. Ben's going to do Ben, and there's going to be no repercussions. You're still going to stand up at his wedding.
Yeah. Oh, no. Ben Brust is like the Aaron Rodgers of, like, in real life. Like, he is that selfish. Who just is going to do whatever he wants, and he expects everyone else to conform
Thinks
around him.
He's the smartest guy in the room, but actually the dumbest.
He goes ahead and he gets a Christmas present for his fiance, but he does it on Valentine's Day weekend so that he can ultimately
that was a complete accident.
Get 2 presents done in one fell swoop.
That's smart.
He acts like he's going to Kohler, but he's really going to Green Bay. Lodge Kohler in Green Bay.
But she wanted to see the comedian in Rush Center, so it worked out.
In the Rush Center.
Yeah, I mean, it's
nobody dreams of a Valentine's Day gift of the Rush Center on a Saturday night.
Hey, I've spent Valentine's Days at the Rush Center.
I'm sure you have.
Green Bay Gamblers. Absolutely great day.
So if Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Greg Scalzo, Alex Stroh on the show. UKBN Nation 800-990-3776. Carvel's talking to
he feels
because I'm trying to think about everything that just happened in the last 2 minutes of this show. Sure.
So if Greg Scalzo didn't go to baby Isla's birthday party, what would you have done?
He calls her Isla.
Pretty funny.
We don't say it all the time, but it's fine. Her name is Isla. It's not a big deal. But when Kyle saw it in writing, he goes, "Oh, baby, Ben had a baby."
I think Greg actually texted me that he had the baby. Told me the name, and I showed her the name. I said, "Oh, look at this, Isla." Isla. She said, "Baby, it's not Isla, it's Isla." I said, "Oh, that's Isla."
It's Isla. Thank you very much. I want to get the take from the number one Aaron Rodgers supporter in the history of ESPN Wisconsin, because Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike, which you can hear on the mornings on ESPN Wisconsin, kind of took your guy out a little bit.
I don't consider Aaron Rodgers, he's not a loser. I don't look at him, when I think of Aaron Rodgers, winning is not the first thing that comes to my mind.
Really? I mean, he won a Super Bowl.
I understand that.
As a wild card.
No, he's a first ballot, unanimous Hall of Famer. If you don't vote Aaron Rodgers in the Hall of Fame, that's a major problem. He is phenomenal at his job. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever live. When I think of winner, it's almost overachieving a little bit. Like Jalen Hurts to me is a winner. Tom Brady's a winner. These are people that I look at and I say, there's no justification for them to have won as much as they've won. When I think of Aaron Rodgers, I think of a talent more than a winner.
So, Greg Scalzo, is he a talent or is he a winner?
Well, he's both, but I actually understand what Evan's saying. He's saying that his talent is really his superpower, and there's other players out there who win despite not having as much talent. I mean, there was that weird period in the late 2010s where people were like, is Aaron Rodgers actually the greatest quarterback of all time? And Tom Brady's sitting there with 4 Super Bowl titles, and people are like, the greatest thrower of the football. I do think you think more about Aaron Rodgers' ungodly abilities than you think about him winning a Super Bowl, but of course he's a winner. He won a Super Bowl. He won how many games throughout his career? He won how many divisions throughout his career? And it's hard to win a championship. It's like saying Ben Brust and Sam Decker and Frank Kaminsky and Bo Ryan aren't winners.
Kind of not.
Yeah. But he actually won one.
Who did?
Rodgers.
Yeah. That was my whole argument. Is at the end of the day, he won a Super Bowl.
But I understand. Evan's trying to thread a needle and make a point, and Evan comes at it as I, a Boston native, sometimes do as well. Where when your standard is Tom Brady because he's a Patriots fan, and Evan Cohen is.
That's more than a standard. He's in his own stratosphere category, right? Anything below him is basically not being a winner. Peyton Manning would be a loser compared to Tom Brady.
Yeah. So that would be what I would rebut Evan with is Peyton Manning not a winner then? Is he more of a talent? Because he was an incredibly talented guy. He was the number 1 overall draft pick in the draft. He was this stud, quarterback, and he really won 1 Super Bowl in his career. I know technically he has 2. The second one, I could have played quarterback for Denver, and I could have won a Super Bowl.
Hand off.
In my personal record book, he's only.
You would have beat Brad Nortman in Super Bowl 50 at quarterback?
No, yes, I would have.
Yeah, it doesn't take too much.
But my personal record book, Peyton's got 1 Super Bowl as well.
That's interesting.
Personal record book.
The Greg Scalzo personal record book. Couple of things here. Craig chimes in the 443 on the Carbless Talking text line.
In the 443, where is that at?
I don't know. I'm just reading what it says here, Kyle.
Seems like an Ohio area code.
That's what's up.
Is the birthday party at a brewery? Because I've been getting a lot of crap for throwing a first birthday party at a brewery.
No, first birthday party's at our house.
Smart. That makes sense. Your house, Chuck E. Cheese, something kid-friendly, not a place.
Chuck E. Cheese is when you get a little older, because what's the 1-year-old going to do with Chuck E. Cheese?
It's better than a
Your
brewery.
house, Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm just saying, it's better. A brewery.
Not exactly the same. The Scalzo household is much cleaner.
It was a nice first birthday party. I'm just bummed
high pitched. It was nice.
It was nice. My point is I'm bummed that we took some time out of our weekend to be able to go and celebrate Isla's first birthday.
You got it. Listen.
With the family, and then it'd be nice
wonderful.
to get reciprocated.
It would be nice. I just don't understand how Ben thinks so highly of you, but then once he gets what he wants for you to come, you offer the same thing for him to come to your son's first birthday party. A moment that you only get once.
I said I think highly of Greg. I never said I think highly of Charlie.
Wow. Yeah, exactly.
That man is talking trash about your child. Your 11-month-old child. He's talking bad about.
Look, he's already he already feels like Charlie's, working on Isla.
It's insane. He's already one-upping Isla. Charlie's walking around the first birthday party showing off to my little baby girl.
Because my boy is walking before his girl.
He's younger and he's got the monkey see, monkey do. He's got a Murph dog. dog at 4 years old, almost running around everywhere, and of course he picked up on the cues.
So now you're jealous, and now you're holding it against Charlie.
I'm boycotting Charlie's birthday because he's walking before Isla.
That's your fault.
And Ben is like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers asked everything from the Jets, right? He's like, I want this from the Jets. I want that from the Jets. And once he got everything that he wanted, he wasn't willing to reciprocate with everything the Jets wanted.
But the difference is you're not like the Jets. You haven't kicked me to the curb. You keep coming back for more.
I guess so, yeah.
Greg, I want to know something because you sometimes try to, put me in check and give me a reality check about the Green Bay Packers. Is it just pipe dreams thinking the Green Bay Packers are potentially going to attempt to go after Myles Garrett or attempt to go after Devontae Adams?
Not a pipe dream to attempt, but I'll let you.
Yeah, I think they're going to be in the mix.
It's their MO.
Devontae doesn't fit their what they would normally look for, but I think they know him well enough where they could bring him back. I mean, look, it was a much different situation, much lower cost, but they did go ahead and bring James Jones back from the Raiders.
That's true.
So I do think I think that's more possible than Myles Garrett because I just think someone's going to come in so over the top and pay big for Myles Garrett, and the Packers just don't like to give up draft compensation. And if you're the Browns, that's what you're going to be looking for. Like, if you think they're going to give up Jair Alexander and a number 2, it ain't happening.
Yeah, they're not saying yes to that.
No.
Yeah, and they're not trading a first-round draft pick with the draft in Green Bay. No shot.
I disagree with that. I don't think... Why?
Because Mark Murphy wants the moment.
Mark Murphy's not even involved in that. If Ryan Gutekunst wants to go ahead and trade, if they could give up their first-round pick and get Myles Garrett, they were going to go ahead and do it.
If I'm Ed Policy and Mark Murphy's talking about this draft and his legacy, I'm taking him in the back room and I'm smacking him around.
Shut up. And they don't care.
Shut up.
That's elder abuse.
Hell, it's well-deserved at that point.
Veto the trade for Myles. We need to make a draft pick. Come here, Mark.
Come here, Mark. Come here.
Mark already accomplished what he's looking to accomplish. The Brusts are spending Valentine's Day up in Green Bay. He's already attracting people up there. Can I get one more Brustism in here?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. I mean, it's been your whole segment.
Well, I mean, I think that's kind of why I'm here. The other thing, as I was thinking about it today.
Do I know this?
I mean, you do, but it's like another way that he's just like the whole Valentine's Day and Christmas present being one present so he can knock two birds with one stone.
I swear to God, it was an accidental thing.
A perfect accident.
Was it an accident last night when you made other folks work so that you could just bridge your time between work and basketball by hosting?
There was no basketball
hour of content?
No. When you said yes to doing it, you still had basketball. And then you were trapped. You couldn't change it.
But I wouldn't rather be trapped anywhere in the world than with Alex Stroh from 6 to 7.
Well, we all know that's a load of crap.
No, it's not. We had a blast. Or at least I did. I can't speak for you.
It was fun. But you certainly were trying to make things easier on yourself.
Man, it's so funny how when Greg steps in the room, you two get comfortable being all tough.
I've been talking smack to you for 2 hours.
All tough. Is he on a throne right now? Does he feel like he runs the show?
He's been on a power trip since September 11th of 2023 when the show launched.
That's true. He thought he was a new big dog. You know, Brad is a soft little puppy.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want with Brad. You got a little backbone.
If I pick on him, he gets all mad and sad, and I'm like, okay, I'll come out.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, shut up.
How many times he said, come on, man. And like, it's kind of tough on me. I'm like, all right, let me back off.
Oh, shut up. We got to go to break. I could do this all day.
Soft Benny.
I'm back against the rope guy. I always get out of it. More next. I'm a fighter.
Cool.
Idiot.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I put my card in, I pump. When it clicks, I pull it out, I put it away, and I move on to my own.
That's what she said. Thanks so much, old T.
She pumps and moves on with her life.
Take it out, put it in, move on. That's what she said. Come on, Kyle. Keep up. That's Packers Hall of Famer. That was one of my better ones, and he's confused.
Well,
he's still fixated on Lola Bunny.
No, I don't think she says that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. What happens when you mix a 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year with a Packers Hall of Famer?
I'm not going to get into the Kringle turnover game, so that's what it needs to be. I think his legs.
Yeah. Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Like the pastry. Are you guys being serious? You guys can't put tunes
I got it. I did not get it.
They don't call themselves Racine Danish turnover. Sorry. Sometimes I wonder about you two, man.
Catch him from 9 to noon right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hey guys, Josh DiMaggio here. Don't be like me and wait till the last minute. Valentine's Day is almost here. Impress that special someone with a handcrafted bouquet from Flowers for Dreams. Order a bouquet online at flowersfordreams.com or visit their Walker's Point location. Use code ESPN at checkout for 15% off your bouquet, or this year, try something new with tickets to their date night open studio workshop on Friday, February 14th. Every Valentine's bouquet benefits an amazing local Milwaukee charity. That's flowersfordreams.com, code ESPN.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Steinhaffel's President's Day sale is happening now. Find great deals on amazing bonus buys throughout the entire store. Then take an extra $100 off every $17.99 you spend. Plus, get a $100 MasterCard for every $17.99 you spend. See store for details. Or make your new room more affordable with Steinhaffel's 36-month 0% financing. Get in today because these deals won't last long. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
Join Milwaukee men's basketball for an exciting weekend of hoops action at Panther Arena. It's homecoming on Friday as the Panthers take on Wright State. Tip-off is at 7. All fans receive a free t-shirt courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Then on Sunday, MKE takes on Northern Kentucky at 2. The Panthers will celebrate their 20th anniversary of the 2005 Sweet 16 team, presented by Prairie Farms Dairy. Visit mkepanthers.com for tickets. Panthers Athletics for the MKE.
Race to savings at Menards and start updating your home today. We offer the largest in-stock selection of home appliances that are ready to take home today, including Criterion refrigerators, freezers, dishwashers, and laundry appliances. They're built to make your life simple, no matter how busy life gets. Criterion appliances are ready when you are. Plus, view our weekly flyer on Menards.com and race to savings on all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
All it takes is one small step into the Princeton Club, and you can start achieving your goals for a better tomorrow with free childcare with the membership open 24/7. There is no better place to start investing in your health. Strong communities that you can create at the Princeton Club when you go there. You can have a strong mind and a strong body all in one. So start your journey for a better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. Ben Brust and Kyle Wallace and Alex Strofe are going until 5 o'clock right here on 94.5 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. You got Jim, Matt, and Molly in Madison. You got the Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam. Don't go anywhere. 2 short minutes. We're back for the 414 Hour at 4.
Well, we got a little bit of a backup eastbound on 94, just in the stadium interchange. Westbound's a little heavier from about 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound on 43, got some backups right through the Marquette onto the high-rise bridge. 4394 southbound, you are seeing more delays from about Lincoln all the way down towards the KK River. Other than that, not too horribly bad. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear and cold, a low of 1 above at the lakefront, 5 below inland, with a wind chill of 5 below to 15 below. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, evening snow likely with the next round, some accumulation with a high of 23. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
With Target, checking off your Valentine's Day list has never been easier. First, surprise your favorite people with something extra thoughtful, like a soothing candle and a memorable scent, or a decorative picture frame to show off every moment. Both buy one, get one 50% off with Target Circle. And don't forget to treat yourself. Find the sweetest style for your special occasion with 20% off women's dresses now through Friday. This week, find Valentine's gifts for everyone you love, only at Target.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. Holla, we them boys. Holla, holla, holla. We making noise. Holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, we them boys. Holla, we them boys.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
Scalzo looks younger. Must not have to deal with Ben Brust every day.
Fair, but also it's the hair.
It's also the short hair, and when he shaves, he looks like probably 28 again.
Very handsome.
Yeah, he's a handsome guy.
Not with the long hair. It ruins it for him.
Yeah, when he grew out the long hair on Scalzo and Brust very early in the video phases of ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, I'll look back at some of those clips that randomly pop up and be like, ew, he looked ugly. I hate to say that about my guy, but it's the truth. Greg Scalzo joined us. Jason Wilde joined us. And if you missed any of our show, Bart Lundy, the head coach of Milwaukee basketball, joined us.
There you go.
Hey, there you go.
That's improvement.
WisconsinOnDemand.com or watch back on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee.
Did you have long hair because Scalzo had long hair?
I only had long hair when I was in Lithuania because I just didn't cut it for 10 months.
Okay, I
didn't know Greg Scalzo then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't copy him.
The active followers of Ben Brust love that phase. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, you did do a deep dive into my Instagram.
Oh yeah, I've done a deep dive into all three of your personal lives on social media.
Wait a minute. So
you should block him.
I found every piece of information I possibly could.
No, you didn't.
Really hard for you. I could find nothing on you. You're a very private guy.
I'll keep it very, very
but
private.
Brust and Nortman are pretty public given their backgrounds, and so I found every piece I could on them.
I'm going to say, I just added you on Instagram, and I'm going to have to deny you.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah. That was after I joined the show. No, I couldn't find anything on you except really positive articles.
Well,
a lot of powerful black leader, background in education. I found some of your football background between Whitefish Bay and Whitewater.
Wow, what a guy! Yeah. What a hell of a guy!
Well, you don't sign up to produce a show if you don't know the background of your host.
Yeah.
Who had the most interesting background?
Interesting? Probably Kyle.
Yeah, I'm very I'm versatile.
What?
It's cool to be cool in basketball and football, but versatility. I'm a real man.
The common folk thing.
Yeah, I'm a common folk.
You're proud of him for being a common folk.
I didn't say I was proud of him. I said he was interesting.
Yeah, I give back to the community.
Say I was proud of him.
Yeah, I never said that.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock, 800-990-3776. I just love this piece of audio. It's fascinating, and I want to tie it to Matt LaFleur here because I think there is a comparison to be made. This is a clip from Super Bowl 59, in which I remember it vividly. The Eagles had just got the ball back, and it was near the 50-yard line, and they basically were like, hey, look, watch this.
Hey, we scored. It's over. Yeah, I don't just call it. Just call it.
For the Eagles, it is 1st and 10.
Hey, check.
And they take over in Chiefs territory at the 46-yard line. Hurts back, looking. He is going deep, and it is caught.
That was a clip from Nick Sirianni talking with Kellen Moore about should we throw the dagger at him? Up 27-0. Do we play conservative? He said, no, run it. Play action from the 50, 50-yard bomb to Devonta Smith. And to me, I have a lasting image in my head of Matt LaFleur on the sideline, throwing tantrums, looking at Rich Bisaccia. Are we going to kick the field goal? And learning recently why Rich Bisaccia as the special teams coordinator was extended is because Matt LaFleur likes to have him with his head coaching experience as a guy he leans to in game situations. And seeing them puzzled on the sideline does not give me like that strong Matt LaFleur, like you're my guy. And I'm not saying he needs to give up play calling, but it is interesting that you have Sirianni going to the offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore at the time, who calls plays, and now is the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. And ultimately, he knew the playbook, and he's like, do it. Right? He gave the blessing. He said, don't run the football. Run this play action and end them. And it's that foot on the gas. It's the bury 'em mentality that I loved seeing and feeling in that clip. How do we get Matt LaFleur to have that?
Man, that's that Italian blood in Nick Sirianni. That's what that was.
Bury him.
That's what.
And as a guy who was on the under for that game, Kyle, I didn't want to. I wanted them to do the old school. Hey, we got Saquon, ground and pound. Yeah, but they didn't have to, but they did because they wanted to bury them and give them no hope.
Well, hold on real quick. As you're describing this, Benny, my head goes back to a conversation we had following the playoff loss to Philly, which was essentially, does Matt LaFleur need a guy, right, to talk about time management and to talk about, when to use the timeout, when to challenge a play? We talked about that after the playoff game because there were multiple instances this season where it seemed like LaFleur lacked in that department. But it almost goes to the fact of LaFleur, it doesn't seem to me, and of course I'm not in the building every day. I'm the outside looking in as a fan. But it doesn't seem to me.
Really? You're not in the building every day?
I mean,
you got me back on the media.
You had to tell us that? Really? Here in Milwaukee, you're not in the building every day?
You're not up at 1265 talking with Matt every day?
Didn't know that. Thanks for telling me.
Tim Van Voren lives here. He's in the building every day. Anyway, but it doesn't seem like LaFleur has that guy that he necessarily bounces ideas off. Like during the week, I'm sure him and Adam Stenovich, the offensive coordinator, are bouncing ideas in terms of the game plan. But in the actual game, I don't know if he has that guy.
I know.
That can walk over to him and say, hey, Matt, it's time to put the bleeping foot on the brake, or on the gas, rather.
And we know
not too much brake.
And we know Rich Bisaccia is not that. And I think, Ben, you pointed it out, talking about the indecisiveness. Rich Bisaccia played a role with the whole timing at the end of the Bears game.
Should we kick the field goal? Should we not?
How we figure that out, right? Like, so no shot at Rich Bisaccia. He's known to be a great special teams coach, but he is not that guy. And what you saw there is you saw a guy in Nick Sirianni who understood. I give him a lot of credit because 2 years ago they go to a Super Bowl, they end up losing some coordinators to different places, and they hire a new staff, a new offensive defensive coordinator. Did not work out. That football team last season for the Eagles, they weren't a bad team. They just floundered in the end. You know what he did? He said, you're both gone. You're both fired. I'm bringing in somebody new. And I can appreciate somebody saying, I'm going to make corrections, because we look at when we had Joe Barry and we had a coach in Matt LaFleur who was not willing to make that executive decision to be better off for his football team. And that translates over to game decisions that he makes as well, whether it's timing or whether or not it's the attitude that the team has. He needs to take a step in the right direction and being aggressive, because right now we got to take the training wheels off and we have to truly let this team grow, and we have to trust these bodies. And when you look across the teams that are finding success, they trust their quarterback in Pat Mahomes. They trust their team and quarterback in out there in Detroit Lions with Jared Goff and Jahmyr Gibbs. They trust a team in the Philadelphia Eagles to do the tush.
You're bringing up good points. Like it just goes back to like, what is the foundation of Matt LaFleur? Because you called him Mr. Imposter Syndrome.
Yeah,
and I call him a chameleon at times.
And I'm not
when things are, he can be the player's coach, then he wants to be the tough guy, then he's mad. Like, what are you? What are you trying to be? What is your message 24/7? And can the fans see it on the field every week? Because I feel like that was lacking last year for the Green Bay Packers by evidence of Tucker Kraft after the season talking about how they could feel what was brewing heading into a wild card game after those last two regular season games against the Vikings and the Bears.
And I don't want it to be disrespectful when you bring up the fact that I said he had imposter syndrome, because the fact that imposter syndrome comes from actually being successful, right? And not feeling confident in the fact that I made it this far and I trust my instinct, I trust my gut. I just feel like Matt LaFleur doesn't have that killer instinct of trusting his gut and going out there and saying, you know what, we're not going to sit here and try to win the game. We're going to go win the football game. It's okay go for it on 4th and 1 from your own 50 because you believe in those front 5 offensive linemen that you have. You believe in Jordan Love and you believe in Josh Jacobs. I believe that's the mentality they need to move forward. He needs to say, listen, guys, last season we took a good step because we won 11 games. But now it's time for us to actually think about winning championships. We heard our GM, he probably won't say it, talk about sense of urgency. Everybody in this locker room needs to understand that I believe in y'all and you need to believe in one another. And every time we go out there, we believe we're going to get every 3rd and 1. We're going to get every 4th and 1. We're never going to get every single 4th and 3. Why? It's because we're going to execute at a high level because we got Jordan Love as our quarterback, Josh Jacobs as our running back, and Devontae Adams as our receiver. We're going to execute at a high level.
Kyle, 70% chance. Yeah, you can see that on ESPN Milwaukee. You've raised that percentage now.
I mean, I was just joking around, but again, Jason Willie said Devontae is open to it, so now we just need to figure out whether or not those in Green Bay, such as Goody, is also open to bringing him home. Let's do what we did with Brandon McManus. We had an issue at kicker. We brought in an old veteran that we can trust, and what did he do? We didn't worry about
Nothing
it
like
anymore.
comparing Brandon McManus to Devontae Adams.
They both, but no, they're two
Is that why you're
different
laughing?
players. But think about it. Wait a minute. Everybody has a position. Everybody has a role. Brandon McManus
I
had
choked
been
on my own spit. It was so ridiculous.
Brandon McManus happened to be one of the better kickers in the NFL in his position, right? So he was one of the top 10 kickers, well known in his position.
Yeah, okay, but it's so different. Devontae was the best receiver in football.
No, what I'm saying is this, Strofe, is that when you know
We're trying to figure it out, Kyle.
when you know you can bring somebody in who can make an instant impact and you no longer have to worry about that. We didn't talk about kicker after Brandon McManus came. We were shocked when he missed a kick, right? Before that, we were shocked when the kick was made. Now at the receiver position, if you can bring in a solidified guy such as Devontae Adams, you no longer have to worry about the conversation of do we have a number one. Now we're talking about how the younger guys are coming along. So all I'm saying is sometimes the answer is right in front of you. You had it with Brandon McManus. You didn't have to worry about the kicking situation. You have it with Devontae Adams, which takes away a lot of stress and worrying about the wide receiver room as well.
Like, I know we're talking about a very specific scenario, and it's very easy when you're up 27-0 to be aggressive, but part of me still feels like, and I just want the front end of that clip, Strofe. This was Philly up 27-0 with the ball at their 50, and this was a conversation between the offensive coordinator Kellen Moore and the head coach of the Eagles, Nick Sirianni.
When we score, it's over. Yeah, I don't just call it. Just call it.
That's it. Just call it. Just call it. I have a bad feeling. In the same scenario, Matt LaFleur would just be like, run the football, let's run the clock. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Is that what you like? Based off the evidence, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't know if he.
I love that they went for the kill shot.
But the thing is, they got themselves in position to go for the kill shot because he had his boys ready to go on Sunday. Right?
And that all plays a factor in all
They
this.
went into that game saying, "We want to get this team on this field because we're fast, we're quick, we're going to harass them, we're going to attack them on offense. They're going to take shots," and that's what they did. They bullied him.
I would back LaFleur up there. I don't think he'd be against going for a kill shot. Because I think there have been moments, right, where it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2, and he's throwing the ball. Well, not LaFleur, but he calls a throw that's 15 yards downfield. Like, we've seen it before.
Yeah, that was 1st and 10, though.
Oh, I understand. But I wouldn't bet against.
Yeah, he'd be more your traditional let's pick up 6-7 yards than do the 2nd and 3 play action in that moment.
Well, I don't run play action this year, but regardless,
you get my overall.
But y'all want to know what the biggest issue is why Matt LaFleur may not be able to do that same thing? It's because he doesn't have Devontae Smith or he doesn't have A.J. Brown, who he's throwing the football to.
Or no Christian Watson, who was the deep threat because he's out for the year.
Christian Watson's not in the same category.
I know, but he was somebody who was starting to make those contested catches later in that season before he got hurt. And then when you lose that element, you're like, all right, are we gonna leverage a play here for Jaden Reed, who has disappeared? Are we gonna leverage a play here for Dontavion Wicks? Romeo Dobbs, is he going to highball somebody 30 yards down the field? No, he's a possession guy in the middle of the field.
It's time to elevate our roster, elevate our play, and elevate our aggression here in Green Bay. That's what we need.
I mean,
get to the next level.
The reason why I have this conversation because this is what we want. Right? This is what we want to see.
No, this is what we need to see. Like this year 3 in Jordan Love, we need to elevate everything.
Ooh, I love it on the YouTube chat. He just says, send it. And I agree. That's what you're saying. No. They need to send it.
No, because at the end of the day, this is a huge year, right? This is who you are. Because whatever happens after this season, we're going to figure out whether or not this Green Bay Packer organization is for real and what direction they're going in. That's what this is going to show us.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. List is more. We'll get to your calls. We'll get to your texts. Plus, Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike has a positive outlook for the Green Bay Packers, fitting more of the Kyle Wallace vibe of the show.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Oh, wow. North? Spread Eagle is way north. Way north.
Man, stop. You're doing the thing where you don't know what you're doing.
No, it is, though.
We don't know where up north is.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
A disabled car carrier on southbound 4394, right about at Holt Avenue, is really wreaking some havoc. We got the right lane blocked, and that's got backups pretty much all the way back through the Marquette interchange, all the way up to Keefe. On westbound 94, watch for delays from about 20th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 41, backups from Silver Spring down past Capitol Drive, and then more delays in pockets on 894 southbound, south of Greenfield Avenue, and then again south of Beloit Road. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Mostly clear, cold, a low of 1 above at the lakefront, 5 below inland, with wind chill of 5 below to 15 below. And then tomorrow, increasing clouds, evening snow likely, some accumulation, a high of 23. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
While we wouldn't say driving is a strong suit,
don't give me the bus to drive on a Monday.
We're still putting these Packers trades in the fast lane.
Did you yell America when you hit the accelerator?
So Myles Garrett says he wants out. Show of hands, who thinks Myles Garrett would upgrade the Packers pass rush? Chewy, are you raising your hand?
There's a sign of the cross.
It's time to pray, Gabe.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and on the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube channel.
Get ready for the grooviest celebration of the year. Join us at American Place Casino for our Woodstock and Wildflowers 2-year anniversary bash on Saturday, February 15th. We're giving away $50,000 in cash and free play with winners drawn every 15 minutes from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. Participate in our costume drawing for a chance to win $500 in free play. Come celebrate our 2-year anniversary. Don't miss out on all the fun promotions and live entertainment. Peace, love, and big jackpots await. Visit AmericanPlace.com for more details.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
The wait is over. Brewers baseball is back. Time to pick your Brewers games and get back to the ballpark for tailgate traditions and walk-off wins. Be here for opening day. Come back for the big games and the best giveaways. Where else would you want to be? Brewers tickets for the 2025 season are on sale Friday. That's opening day and every game, all summer long. Get on board for the show today. Tickets on sale Friday at Brewers.com.
It's the perfect Valentine's heart.
The kind a schoolboy would draw.
It's the most adorable pendant we've ever created.
Innocent, fun-loving, and sweeter than honey.
Cute, cute, cute.
It's cherry red ceramic that's been through the fire.
We've been making ceramic jewelry for thousands of years.
Seriously?
Google it.
But this ceramic heart has things they didn't know about thousands of years ago.
Like what?
Diamonds. 18 of them.
These created diamonds were made for the one who sparkles like the sun.
I can see her in my mind right now.
It's the perfect Valentine's gift.
And it's only $128 at Kessler's.
Monica, what else do we have?
We have 4 different ways to say I love you.
Each pendant is a different shape covered in diamonds.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
An oval.
a square with rounded corners,
a teardrop,
and a heart.
Your choice, just $148 at Kessler's. For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
When me and baby girl woke up in our room and we weren't freezing in this cold weather, I said, thank you, Universal.
No. You said, damn, there's still some more snow outside.
I did say, damn, there's still some more snow outside, but I didn't know because it was so cozy and warm inside because of Universal Windows Direct. They came through and did the install on Monday. I text my boy Jamie from UWD. I said, Jamie, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. And I want you to be as excited, and especially with February being here and love is in the air, they have a perfect solution for your windows at Universal Windows Direct with their Love Your Window sale event going on right now. So if you want to have your energy bills be reduced, if you want to make sure your home is warmer, if you don't want your AC or your HVAC or your heat working overtime, get with Universal Windows Direct. They have buy two, get two, buy four, get four. There is no limit. And the great thing I love, y'all know I love a good deal, 3 years, 36 months, easy payments with 0% interest. You get 3 whole years of 0% interest when you work with Universal Windows Direct. What are you waiting for? If you're considering Windows, call them now. Call them at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000, or visit them at universalwindowsdirect.com. And I promise you, like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
All right, Alex Strofe, your time to shine.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace here with you. No Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. As always, UKBN Nation with all your thoughts, feedback on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee or the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-ESPN.
Are we? You mentioned this earlier. Are we all just soft now?
Not we.
I didn't mention it.
I'm not
Bart
soft.
Lundy, the Milwaukee basketball coach, mentioned it.
So I understand we got a lot. Okay, I might be talking about turn here because I didn't drive a car yesterday.
Okay.
The snow wasn't that bad yesterday, right?
It was a lot.
Bad.
It
it wasn't like earth-shattering bad, but it wasn't great.
It wasn't close to schools bad.
The snowstorm yesterday would not have closed schools 15 years ago.
They should have at least had a half day.
Right. That was my thing.
Something like that.
Get them there in the morning.
Had them get so they don't have to come back and make it up.
I'm not Mr. Education. I think that's very clear.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not anti-education. I'm not very educated. And is that fair?
That's fair. That's pretty accurate.
We suck as a nation, don't we? Aren't we like going backwards in like school and testing?
I mean, we're decent.
The foremost authority on education scores.
Get them kids back in their schools. They got to learn.
Hey, Betty, speaking of education, how long have you worked in radio?
Oh, man. I started with this company in November of 2017.
Okay, so that's almost 8 years ago.
Correct.
Today is World Radio Day.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Do I get cake?
There was some cake in the kitchen earlier.
Yeah, picked over. I saw somebody putting their hands on it, touching it. It was a king cake from New Orleans.
So
I really enjoyed it. I had two slices.
I had a piece too. It was good. Betty, tell me how radio works.
So we transmit on an FM signal, 94.5 ESPN.
What does FM stand for?
No idea.
Frequency modulation. Dang it.
What's AM?
Amplify modulation? Yeah.
So if I'm not mistaken, words travel or radio waves travel. So when I speak into this microphone, it somehow goes from this microphone and it touches the board that you have and it sends it to the tower.
Transmitted.
Sends. It sends it to a tower.
Transmits, yeah.
And then the tower sends the waves into the cars that have the radio dial turned to our frequency?
I mean, you're on the right track for the first time in your life. You weren't completely wrong.
Am I right that AM travels underground?
No, I
don't think you're right.
AM
about that.
just has FM has shorter waves, so it goes.
Hold on, slow down. So you thought one was above ground and one was underground, and that's how it worked?
Well, I mean, because like AM, you can like reach really far.
Because they have longer waves. Frequency, the FM is shorter waves, so it's better sound quality.
It does sound a lot better.
But it goes only for a shorter distance of the map, the signal reach. Where AM, it has longer waves, right? Longer up and down, so it goes
I'm not gonna lie.
further.
I like the sound of our station when I'm listening to 94.5 ESPN.
You remember what he sound like on 540?
I was never on 540.
Oh.
I was around for 540.
Haven't you been on 620?
I have.
Oh, 620 is a great signal, though.
But 540, we used to be 540, 94.5 or 540 ESPN Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You couldn't get it downtown in some places.
It struggled sometimes. It was all the way out in Jackson, Wisconsin.
You should have asked
Where's
me this.
Jackson, Wisconsin?
You should have asked me this
going
question
north and
at
then
the
I think
Goose
west.
concert Friday.
A little bit.
Oh, no, I shouldn't have.
Yeah, you should have. That could have had me in a doozy.
Why? Why would that have you in a doozy at the Goose concert?
Because I was having a really fun time. And I was just like thinking
He was
about
feeling the vibes, man. He was feeling the vibes.
What was he doing with his hands, Kyle?
Me and Tree and Mequan.
Oh.
Nah, I'm not a big hands guy.
What do you just stand
Actually,
there and rock
no,
You're
your
not
way?
a big hands guy.
So what?
Not a handsy fella?
Since you asked, when I'm at a concert and I'm really into the concert, say,
into it. I see.
I'll play the air guitar or the piano.
Oh no!
And I'll try and predict.
So you just look like the most ginormous dork in the world.
Yeah, I'll try and predict like the next guitar drop, and I'm always wrong. And I'm like, damn, I'll get them next time.
You're an interesting fellow.
So February 13th, also known as Galentine's Day, which is essentially the girls get together.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Galentine's Day and a book club?
One is specifically for gals getting together just
Yeah.
to celebrate each other versus book clubs
Is
where
a
girls
monthly-
get together where they act like they reading.
Are
a
your
book.
girls in book clubs?
The big
Is your girl in a book club?
two.
She's two of them.
Does she actually read the books?
She does.
So my girlfriend reads the books.
She gets mad at the people who don't read.
and she goes to the book club. But from what I understand, they don't really talk about the book that much.
They don't ever talk about the book.
You hosted one time.
I had to make chili for 15 females.
Well, I bet
15, that's a big book
It
club.
was
they
big-
tell me it was
big.
rumbling when they left your house.
The toilet was utilized.
They said we can never go back to the Brust house.
No. Rave reviews of Ben's famous chili.
Why do you call it famous?
Because it's
the only thing you know how to make that's good, or what?
no.
I'm afraid
Come on
to
now.
eat
The
it.
Sunday sauce is the go-to, man.
So what is it?
Sunday. You've never heard of Sunday sauce? It's like an Italian thing.
That's the most undefined thing.
How do you make Sunday sauce?
Yeah,
Do
what's
you
in
make
it?
Where do you buy the sauce?
I can't divulge
Oh,
the
you
secret
buy the
recipe.
sauce?
What does it mimic?
So you buy the sauce.
Or do you?
I don't make the sauce out of scratch. It's everything else that goes into the Sunday sauce.
so it's not your-
the type of onions, the garlic, the spice. Like it's the way the combination come together.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, I thought of an idea.
I don't.
What's
wanna
your
hear
idea?
it.
I do want to hear it.
You know how we talked? How my fiance said she didn't want anything for
Don't make her
Valentine's
Sunday
Day?
sauce.
Don't make it the Sunday
No,
sauce.
I'm gonna make her favorite dish in the world.
Which is what exactly?
I mean, it's just really when I use the cast iron skillet to make steaks.
So you're gonna make her steak on Valentine's Day.
Hell yeah!
The cast iron skillet is work.
Oh, I know. I
Oh,
love
it's
my
work,
gosh,
but
it's
it's
so,
good.
it's
It
smoke
turns out.
everywhere. It's so
It turns
much.
out.
the thyme, the garlic, the butter with the spoon that you use to
Oh, you
toss.
do the little trick where you
Yeah,
toss.
oh,
good.
yeah.
Attaboy.
That thing's gonna be buttered
Okay,
up.
You can make a steak.
That thing's gonna be buttered up. medium rare. It's going to be a little bit of blood so I can enjoy that cow mooing at me, Kyle.
Yeah, I don't trust nothing Ben cooks. Ben looks like the person that, he's cooking his chili and he goes,
Do you think Ben's ever given himself
right back in?
Do you think he's ever given himself food poisoning?
No,
100%.
I've never had food poisoning.
Okay.
I've only had the norovirus twice. So I don't throw up.
So you claim.
What do you mean you don't throw up?
Like it's like you know how I have a bad tummy?
Yeah.
Everything goes out of the bottom, never comes back
So when
up.
you had the neurovirus, did you throw up?
That's what I said. Only twice have I
Do people just randomly throw up? What do you? I mean,
like when people get sick, like the flu. I don't throw
I've
up.
had the flu. Like I
don't throw up.
I do.
I don't.
I'm just saying. I have a strong.
If you have the flu, you don't throw up?
Once it gets to the tummy, it's all going out the bottom.
I don't really get sick.
I guess I don't that often either, but I had the flu like a year.
Don't worry, Dave from Aaron. Benny's got it all. He's got a grill. He's got the black stone, a.k.a. the Zen stone. Use the Zen rewards to get the black stone.
Dang, you bought a lot of Zen.
I had a lot of partners helping me get that.
And how many of those partners have you cooked on that cast iron stove for?
None.
I've noticed.
Waiting for the spring to come and for the Brust family to have patio furniture.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to need to watch you cook it to make sure it's sanitized because I just don't trust your cleanliness in the kitchen.
I don't really care what you think because you talking trash means you're just missing out because you can ask. You should actually ask my fiance.
I know. She loves you.
No, unbiased, like gun to the head.
She would never. Wow.
Or
aggressive.
Not that. About to jump off a cliff. You can't lie.
Wow, this is suicide. Okay.
Dang, I wasn't going for another one.
My goodness.
Give me a tough scenario.
I get it. You don't have to do it because you're not good at that. You're not good at scenarios.
I'm not good with the scenario. Somebody help me.
You go too far. I get it.
Basically, I'm saying she would be truthful. And
you could have said, just give him truth serum.
Can we just...
Yeah.
Serum.
Yeah. I think we should just stop talking.
Michelle Smallman or Brewers are next.
How about Brad tells us about Tsunami Express?
Yeah, Brad, you do that.
The only place to go if you want your car to look beautiful, especially in the midst of all this snow and cold weather, is Tsunami Express Car Wash. And good news, there's a new location opening up in Oak Creek, 6900 South 27th Street, right next to Menards, and they are experiencing their grand opening February 12th to the 23rd. Free washes during the grand opening and $5 for your first month of unlimited washes. 100% of the grand opening proceeds go to Special Spaces Wisconsin, a nonprofit that creates dream bedrooms for children battling cancer. So not only do you get a beautiful car, you get to support a great cause, all with Tsunami Express Car Wash, which includes their 6 convenient locations all across the Milwaukee area. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Make sure you listen to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman tomorrow. It's going to be all Tsunami Express, telling you everything they got going on right here. We'll be telling you how you, like Brad just told you, can get a car wash and help Special Spaces of Wisconsin. It is a win-win. More next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
Wow. Just wow.
Has he sound good? We've been practicing.
I did it all last week. I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of my progress.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Southbound on 43, going to be a slow ride from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette, so watch out for that. We got westbound 94 slowing down from 20th Street all the way to Holly Road. Also, southbound 4394 going to be a bit slow in pockets, basically coming off the high-rise bridge down towards the KK River crossing. Southbound 41 heavy from Appleton Avenue down towards Burleigh. Celebrate Valentine's Day at the Knickerbocker Hotel. Indulge in luxurious rooms with breathtaking Lake Michigan views and enjoy intimate dining at the Nick Bar and Restaurant. Visit knickerbockerontheLake.com to book your stay. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear, cold, a low of 1 above at the lake, 5 below inland, with a wind chill of 5 below to 15 below. Then tomorrow, increasing clouds, evening snow likely, some accumulation with a high of 23. Weather's brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Get ready, Oak Creek. Tsunami Express is making a splash with a brand new location at 6900 South 27th Street. Join the grand opening celebration February 12th through the 23rd. Enjoy free washes and snag an unbeatable deal. Just $5 for your first month of unlimited washes. Plus, 100% of the grand opening proceeds go to Special Spaces Wisconsin, creating dream bedrooms for kids battling cancer. Make a difference while getting your car sparkling clean at Tsunami Express in Oak Creek. See you there. Offer valid for new members only. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, Josh DiMaggio here. Don't be like me and wait till the last minute. Valentine's Day is almost here. Impress that special someone with a handcrafted bouquet from Flowers for Dreams. Order a bouquet online at flowersfordreams.com or visit their Walker's Point location. Use code ESPN at checkout for 15% off your bouquet, or this year, try something new with tickets to their date night open studio workshop on Friday, February 14th. Every Valentine's bouquet benefits an amazing local Milwaukee charity. That's flowersfordreams.com, code ESPN.
You're back at the gym. Your new gym outfit? On point. Your new sneakers? Baller. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So when you take your first yoga class in 10 months, your body might surprise you, but your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for Kohler Services. Well, if you've been putting off your bath or shower remodel, now is the time to turn to Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. Again, that's KohlerServicesWI.com.
American Family Insurance is a lot like Captain America. He protects the world.
It's just doing my job.
And we help protect your dreams with amazing auto and home coverage. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America Brave New World.
Suit up. We need to move.
In theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you.
I found something to be very disrespectful.
Give me a heart, make it real.
Or else forget about it.
It has nothing to do with the way Kyle Wallace is singing.
You're not a Santana guy?
Nah, that's a good vibe.
Santana, when he got a little older and deranged, so he started saying some wild stuff on stage. But
I didn't know that. Well, this is Rob Thomas singing, I guess, of Matchbox 20.
give me a run, make it real. Don't you forget about it.
I think you could be a 90s rock star.
Oh, man, I could have been Darius Rucker, man, if I was born a little earlier.
Hootie?
I would have been Hootie, man.
You think you would have been saying Rock Me Mama like a wagon wheel at some point in your career?
I love that song.
I do too,
that
Kyle.
song.
Heading down south to the land of the pines, traveling my way to North Carolina. Stared up the road, pray to God I see headlights.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, thank you. The Milwaukee Brewers were 93-69 last year. They made the postseason 6 of the last 7 seasons. Did you just cool the Milwaukee Brewers record?
No, he told me why. He's gross.
What was the record?
Oh, nice. Cool. 93-69.
Cool.
Per ESPN.com, and I looked, I don't see the person who put their name. Oh, Zola did. Whoever Zola is put their name on this one.
What does Zola say?
Zola says, after the win total was put out for the Brewers, at 82.5. 82.5. You're basically staring at a 500 baseball team with that over-under. I feel that is some disrespect to the Milwaukee Brewers and the sustained success they've been able to accumulate over the last 7 years.
That is a ridiculous level of disrespect of a baseball team last season that lost some players, but now you have young guys who are actually starting to come of age. How is it that Jack Centurio has the season that he has, right, and you think this Brewers team is going to regress? Christian Yelich, once he gets healthy, he's going to be there more consistently. If Garrett Mitchell is healthy,
before you get into this, let me read Zola.
Zola is stupid, but let's see what Zola got to say.
Admittedly, with the 81 projected wins, with the under prediction from Zola, my confidence in the under is not soaring, but what's a system if you don't trust it? The books have docked the Brewers more than 10 wins from a team that seemingly overachieved last season. Look, the best managers adjust to their personnel, hence 2024's elevated stolen base total. But this is a club that should sport more power bats to take advantage of one of the most home run friendly venues in the game.
Shut up, Zola.
The Brewers pitching laboratory is gaining a reputation for developing arms, but they'll be challenged to even approach last season's level of run prevention.
Why is that? Don't they get Brandon Woodruff back?
Woodruff.
Didn't they just trade for a dude named Nestor?
Well, I when it pertains to the Milwaukee Brewers, if they were able to figure out how to be competitive and win the division with all the injuries from the trade of Corbin Burns to losing Woodruff to Wade Miley to DL Hall.
For real.
All of that. You had 4 starters.
Devin Williams?
It was Devin half the season. You had 4 starters I just mentioned, and they still made moves and found a way to make the pitching staff respectable while being fast on the base pads, while being aggressive, being
They had a DNA that had identity.
And then that's not going to change. They're still going to be young and fast with these new young rules that I think are great for a team like the Brewers. So I feel like this is disrespectful.
They're only going to be more confident.
82.5.
You got 2 Gold Glovers on this defense. I know Bryce Terang was a Gold Glover, and I believe
a platinum.
Oh, okay,
Mr. Platinum.
And so my thing is this: is when I think about this Brewers team, is that Zola didn't watch Brewers baseball. Zola is not a seam head like you. That's what this shows me. Because this Milwaukee Brewers team, yes, did they overachieve this last season? Absolutely. But I think they were predicted to win like 70-some games last year. They significantly overachieved, and they're only going to get better. Honestly, if the power bat and Rhys Hoskins actually is more consistent this year, this baseball team will be that much better. If Christian Yelich is healthy throughout the full season, this team will be that much better. So I 100% disagree. You get Garrett Mitchell back. I feel confident, and I think Caleb Durbin is going to be a nice pop for us.
I'm not saying this team's going to win 95-plus games, but to see it at 82.5, you're telling me this team's not going to win 85 baseball games next year?
You're telling me this team's going to be basically a 500 baseball.
That's what you're telling me. I just can't believe that. The division didn't. The Cardinals have spent $0. Like they're getting rid of assets. They're
reshaping.
I mean,
the Pirates get better? We'll see.
Not really, but they have good pitching. But I'm not scared of them. The Reds, same sort of thing. They've just been mid. The Cubs got better, but I ain't scared of your guy Craig Counsell.
He used to be my guy.
Yeah, good point.
Used to be my guy. Had to drop him.
Had to drop your guy.
Bad habit.
You've dropped Brett Favre. You've dropped Craig Counsell.
Yeah, 2024, 2025 was dropping people, man. I don't want none of that negative energy.
No new friends, just a tight group.
Tight-knit group. I got new people. It's Pat Murphy. That's my new homeboy.
So I'm just telling you right now, when this comes out of Potawatomi Casino Hotel Sportsbook, I'm going to be going to put a future on this.
Yeah, I'm going to put it down there because my boy Craig Carpenter, he put it down there too. He won big money.
Yeah,
he didn't share nothing with me.
What? I thought you gave him money.
No, that was
my
the previous
boy
year.
Craig
My
Carpenter.
boy, the CEO of our company's my boy.
I mean,
B-O-I boy.
Yeah, he's my boy. We be on courtside together.
Cool. Cool.
So, have you been courtside yet?
I'll be courtside March 1st at the UW Milwaukee Panthers.
Maybe I'll join you guys.
The Milwaukee Panthers.
Yeah, the Milwaukee Panthers. You're right. Kyle, I got 2 seats. You want to join me?
Maybe I will. Bring baby girl out there. Sit courtside.
Well, if you do find your way somehow in our CEO's tickets,
I got plugs.
You can check out a Michelob Ultra, the official beer of the Milwaukee Bucks, which you can enjoy at Who's on Third, Kelly's Bleachers Big Bend, Camp Bar Wauwatosa, and Stenny's Lake Country Pewaukee. They are a proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. And I'm telling you, we had Kyle, you might have saw me with one in my hand when you walked in. What I have right there. I was. Did you see me relax? Because I was like, it's only worth it if I enjoy it.
Walked in where?
He came into the Buck Suite.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like work this morning.
No, that would be grounds for me not to be on the air right now. Maybe ever again.
Yeah, he was enjoying himself, and it was a Michelob Ultra.
Only worth it if you enjoy it, folks. Make sure you do the same. Brian Balaga, future Packer Hall of Famer. You know, there is a position group which we don't discuss often, but when we do, it's the right guy to talk to about. It's the offensive line.
Oh, yeah, trenches talk. I like trenches.
We talked about it last week, or on Monday, actually, this week with him, about what we saw from the Eagles and how good they were in the trenches. How do the Packers get like that?
Oh, I love the trenches, boy.
Trenches, baby.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You
agree with me?
I mean, Lola Bunny on your algorithm shaking her butt?
It's people on my Facebook sharing stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Lola the Bunny was kind of strapped.
Okay, here's as far as I'm... All I'll be able to say is I get why Bugs was so love drunk over Lola. I get it. That's
you.
as far as I can go to you.
Look at this. Look at this. Google Lola the Bunny.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. What happens when you mix a 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year with a Packers Hall of Famer?
I'm not going to get into the Kringle turnover game, so that's what it needs to be. I think his legs... Yeah.
Wildy and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Like the pastry
Are you guys being
turnovers.
serious? You guys can't put two and two
I got it. I did not get it.
They don't call themselves Racine Danish turnovers.
Sorry. Sometimes I wonder about you two, man.
Catch him from 9 to noon right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Get ready for the grooviest celebration of the year. Join us at American Place Casino for our Woodstock and Wildflowers 2-year anniversary bash on Saturday, February 15th. We're giving away $50,000 in cash and free play with winners drawn every 15 minutes from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. Participate in our costume drawing for a chance to win $500 in free play. Come celebrate our 2-year anniversary. Don't miss out on all the fun promotions and live entertainment. Peace, love, and big jackpots await. Visit AmericanPlace.com for more details.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Great Midwest Bank has document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed business technology company. The bank's IT systems administrator, Michael Quizon, comments on the value of local.
We call on them at any point, they're there. We ask them any questions that we have, they're there.
James Imaging Systems, local business technology solutions, local support, local accountability. Luther Gray, Director of Ticket Operations and Group Sales for the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra.
If an issue does arise, they're very prompt, polite, and professional. It makes me feel empowered because I find it very easy to resolve something.
James Imaging Systems client, Al Leidinger, President of Matheson Manufacturing, summarized the benefit of local.
James Imaging has been a really good partner with us from the beginning.
Go with local. Go with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Join the Milwaukee Bucks as the team celebrates historically black colleges and universities with HBCU Night, presented by Johnson Controls on February 20th. Enjoy pregame, halftime, and postgame events that honor the legacy and excellence of historically black colleges and universities and those who attended them. For more information and to purchase a ticket package, visit bucks.com/impact. That's bucks.com/impact.
So the body knows that it needs to heal itself, but it doesn't know how to concentrate it and target it into just one area. So that's where we come in.
By we, Dr. Ashley Caravelli means the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, QC Kinetics.
We put in those treatments, then it sends out like little signalers to your body. We're able to make the body focus on the areas that need the most healing.
QC Kinetics has gathered brilliant medical minds like Dr. Caravelli and Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, a pioneer in the field of regenerative medicine, to lead the way in these innovative pain treatments.
So at QC Kinetics, we have a whole team working nationwide with cutting-edge research to reach our patients and treat them and know that surgery is no longer their only option.
The consultation is free. Find out if you're a candidate. Call QC Kinetics today.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of, but back in Rutherford County,
Joining us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with no Nortman, we have a real Super Bowl champion with us. Brian Balaga. What's up, Brian?
How we doing, guys?
I have a great question for you. I am excited for this. I would love Brian Balaga to build, and some of these you won't have names. You can insert like veteran or draft pick or X or Y or players we have now. If you could build the offensive line for the Green Bay Packers in 2025 to be as best as it could be, who would be where, and what would you utilize from a draft or free agency standpoint, even if you don't have names?
Ooh, this is a good one. Well, I unfortunately think that center, we're going to have to go to free agency because I think that's the way it's going to end up playing out. So free agency, I don't have a name because I don't know who's on the market.
That's fine. So we got a free agent center.
Yep, that's good. That's going to be the way it's going to have to play out. Unless I think it can be Elton Jenkins. If Myers departs, it can be Elton Jenkins.
What about Sean Ryan? Can he move in there? I know they had him because
this is Brian.
No, I was just curious. Out of curiosity, he said no, so he knows enough to know Sean Ryan is best at guard. That's good to know.
Sean Ryan's a guard. So how about this? For the sake of this, I'm going to say Elton at center.
Okay.
I'll say Elton at center.
Okay.
So then that leaves me now, right tackle. I'm staying Zach Tom.
Love it.
Right. So right guard, I like what we got in house. I like Sean Ryan.
Yep.
Right. So I'm going to stay there.
Well, this is no offense to your side of the ball as a right tackle, but we're getting to the important areas.
Okay, that's funny. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Where does like T.J. Watt and
I'm just messing, Brian, but I respect the competitor in you that couldn't let it sit.
He heard that and he took it personal.
I'm just saying. Okay, but anyway, left guard. This is where it kind of gets interesting to me, right? Like because Jordan Morgan was playing there and was rotating in there and was kind of the guy that they were, at right guard, left guard, and that's kind of where he looks to be slotting in. So I'm going to say Jordan Morgan at left guard, but
caveat,
I think he is going to be competing as well at left tackle. Now, that does not mean that I don't think Rashid had a good second half of the year because I think he did. I think he played well towards the back half of the second half of the year, which was really good for him because I think he struggled early on, performed well in the back half. So where I see this going is old veteran free agent depth and late round pick depth to bolster this offensive line. But I think we have a lot of pieces in-house. And we may just add depth from veterans and draft picks from free agents and the draft. That's how I see it.
So at left tackle, you see Rasheed Walker, who you believe had a great second half of the season. At left guard, you have Jordan Morgan, but he could be competing. Also at right tackle I had?
No, left.
Left with Rasheed Walker, where he was drafted to play,
and
obviously.
He competed with him. Well, in camp, they were going to have him competing.
And then they said Rasheed Walker automatically got it. Like, he's just like head and shoulders.
Yep.
At center, we're moving Elton from guard to center. Sean Ryan stays in-house. You like what you got there at right guard. And Zach Tom, the potential all-pro at right tackle. Is that a Super Bowl caliber offensive line, Brian Balaga?
I mean, I think I think we look up and down, and I think the question marks obviously are always going to be, at least for me, I look at it. I always think, Jordan Morgan is right now, we look at him, we haven't seen him play much, so we don't know much about him as a player, right? Like, didn't see him a bunch in training camp and preseason. Then he got hurt in the regular season, and we didn't see much. So we don't know about him a ton as a player. So that's the outlier here. Obviously, the team likes him. We've seen what Rashid can do when he's playing well, and I think he's a good player and he's a reliable left tackle. There's tons of room for improvement. I think that's the case for any offensive lineman. We can always improve and always get better. But I think he's more than serviceable. I think he can get the job done against high-end rushers. He's not going to be David Bakhtiari, but he's going to get the job done, and I think that's what Green Bay needs. So I think this team can certainly, or this offensive line can get this offensive, side of the ball to where they need to go. But the key is going to be, is Jordan Morgan going to be that guy that kind of completes this thing? And that's going to be what we're going to have to find out as, OTAs and camp roll around.
I think we saw the drop-off of the Green Bay Packers offensive line depth in the playoffs when Jenkins went down and we had to rotate guys in there, and it just did not work at all. I love this. I love it. I love talking football with you, Brian. And with you having experience with the Green Bay Packers front office, what percent would you put it at the Packers actually kicking the tires on bringing Devontae Adams back?
I think it's all a numbers game, right? Like, I think this is a money game, and that's really what I think it comes down to. And I don't know what Tay's going to demand. I don't know what he's going to look for from a money standpoint, and what kind of package he's looking for, right? And I think Green Bay probably has a number, because I don't think Green Bay looks at it as like there's a talent issue there, or like a declining talent, because I don't think Tay's declining as a talent. I think Tay's still very good. I mean, we saw him perform with the Jets.
That second half of the year, he was very, very good.
Yeah, so he's still performing at a high level. So, there's no issue with the performance. There's going to be a money issue, right? And what's that going to look like for Green Bay? And there's a lot of other needs, right? And we've talked about this, right? We all want a pass rusher. We all want a receiver. We all want DBs. These are expensive positions. These aren't like getting a guard or getting a linebacker. These are expensive, high-end positions. So it's going to be, I think, going to come down to money. But if the money's right, I could see for sure Green Bay rolling the dice and bringing him back and welcoming him back. And I don't think Tay ever felt burnt by Green Bay. I don't think he ever felt burnt by it.
Really? He felt slighted. He wanted money at a certain time, and then when they offered him that money, it wasn't,
Hey, we all feel burnt at some point in time.
Did you forget? Right. Did you feel a certain way with the Packers? Did you ever, when you left, were you ever you know what, bumps the Packers, and then eventually forgave them?
Hey, we all feel, when we don't get brought back or something doesn't work out our way, we all feel hurt because you feel like, hey, you're not wanted anymore in a certain place, right? That's how you feel about it. But you get over it. And that's kind of the way it goes. At least for me, it did. And he's still playing, right? He's still going, and there's a chance he does go back there, because I don't know how much interest there is, but there's a chance he still goes back there. And I don't think he's that mad at the organization. I don't think it's like that. I think the only outlier is, right, if Aaron lands somewhere, would Tay go there? That's the only outlier in this whole thing. If Aaron continues to play and Tay follows in wherever Aaron goes. But listen, when guys get let go, there's always going to be that period of a little frustration, a little anger with the organization and all that, whether people think it's right or wrong, or the player think it's right or wrong, no matter what. But eventually, man, time normally heals a lot of things, unless it's something that's really, really dirty, right?
Of course.
Unless it's something really wrong. But normally, in situations like that, listen, Tay didn't go to Vegas and not get paid any money.
So that's what I wanted to ask you. He got a bunch of money, right? He got a bunch of money. I'm not saying he shouldn't go get fair market value for what he's worth. But what a lot of fans think is he'd play for less. How much does that go through the thought process of somebody at that age of finding the right destination? And do you feel like players are willing to actually take less, or is that just a fan myth?
I don't think it's a fan myth. I think taking less, I guess how much less, and then the destination was one thing. He's very familiar, obviously, with Green Bay, so that's a plus. The team is good. There's another plus. They have a quarterback. There's another plus. Familiar with the offense and the head coach. Another plus.
They have a need.
Yeah, they have a need. There's another. So, like, there's a lot of things that are positives for him.